Good evening, Speed Gaming 2, and welcome to some Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 4 playoffs in the Invitational League. Today being the first day of Invitational League playoff action. We have today the Titan Smiths, the number 1 seed, versus the Shaktool's Digging Game, the number 8 seed in the Light World Conference, I guess it is. Relkin versus Azure in not casual boots. It is cross keys. So hopefully we'll get that fixed. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Dapper Worm Man. How are you doing?
Hello. I am doing great. Yeah, it's cross keys. It's gonna be not too long of a race, but these ones do have a tendency to go on a little bit longer than, like, say, a casual boots or something. So sit back, grab a nice warm beverage, and enjoy the show.
Yep, it should be a good one. I mean, these are two really good runners. Shaktool's Digging Game did have a bit of a tough go of it, barely making the playoffs on the last day, kind of backing in with one of the other teams losing. The Titan Smiths very strong in their division, finishing in first place. So playoffs, all records are set aside, and anything can happen. Both have very strong teams, and really, I think this is a much more even matchup than the seedings would suggest. And a bunch of the map's not completely useless at Link's house, but not what you're really hoping to start off with as you're starting at Sanctuary. Just wants the item. Relkin can do a very standard opening. Gonna go, fake flipper over to the potion shop area, so he can check that one entrance, and then fake flipper over again to do a Houlihan after checking that one drop down. Azure just looks like he's gonna head straight over to Kakariko.
Yeah, you see that Houlihan start a lot just to get some money in case you run into one of those shops that sells 10 bombs. Of course, you can also just farm bombs right down here. You can get 2 of these bushes are 50-50s. Looks like we won 1 and lost 3 so far.
Not doing great with the three bombs total is a pretty decent amount.
Yeah,
the other nice thing about the early rupees is you're guaranteed to be able to get the bottle vendor. Well, Ganon is our early drop down.
Yeah, we don't want to go in there just quite yet.
No. The nice thing about that for Relkin is he'll knowing that's Ganon, he can just jump into any hole he wants, and he knows it won't be Ganon. So definitely an advantage there. Azure's going to still have to check all the different spots. We do see an early GT with 2 items in logic, and 2 items that are pretty well. I mean, the map is not completely worthless. Those arrows are completely worthless. Looks like he's not even going to bother checking the torch.
Yeah, or grabbing the key over there just for later, but it'll probably be faster just to come get it. But we're definitely going to be going back to Ganon's Tower at some point, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, can't quite guarantee it, but yeah, pretty rare seed that you don't have to do at least a little bit in GT. And there's that shop you talked about that Relkin will be able to buy bombs at if he wants to. Okay, Magic Bat is going to be the Useless Fairy drop down. So there's going to be something. There's going to be an item behind Aga 2. There's going to be something behind Aga 1. Oh, this is a way to get your bombs early.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice little trick there, and usually don't need to buy the arrow upgrade, but definitely buying the bombs upgrade, it just gives you 15 right away, so that's good. Getting that compass in the sink, and forgot where that spit us out.
We didn't see it.
Went out.
he didn't leave. Okay, so yeah, that's not terrible. It does mean we might see some key stealing shenanigans in Hyrule Castle, because you don't want to have to kill Aga 1 just to be able to get to the back of Escape. Ideally, we'll find the Hyrule Castle key, but that could be in a bad spot.
Yeah, the start is not too inconvenient, but the back is kind of inconvenient there. And an early desert here, considering
with its own compass.
Yeah.
Thanks, game.
That that spawn point, we're gonna probably dip this and take one of the 2 connectors here.
Ooh, powder
Oh, and as
for
we're
Asher.
finding, yeah, powder, and this is also a connector. Let's see if no, gonna go
Looks
back
like
into
he, yeah.
Kakariko, I think.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
you try and check everything and then follow it, I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty good plan. And Desert West Side spits us out just there in South Shore.
Yeah, not too useful a connector to be. I mean, maybe it gets. Yeah, I guess not the worst connector. I mean, it may be a little bit faster if you want to get back into that area, but certainly not the the super useful connector. Oh, hey, it's Turtle Rock, and we're not going there yet because 4 hearts and absolutely no weapons but bombs. Yeah, no.
No, not even trying to farm the free bomb sitting there in the laser eye room. Just gonna hope for another one on the bush outside. And continuing on to better and other places.
Oh, hey, there's the other end of that connector, so that connector is completely dead. I mean, the runners could choose to do a bomb jump to get over, but Azure typically doesn't do that. I wouldn't be surprised if Rulkin did that at some point, but it wouldn't be in logic. Bomb jumps are never in logic.
Yeah, it's
And we
not very
see.
fun, but it's if you're just sort of got a bunch of bad ideas or bad options, that can kind of be helpful. We do find Saha. Did we talk to him yet? Find the green pendant?
Not yet. The highlight being the bombs. Green pendant turtle rock. Oof.
Okay. Well, that's kind of sometimes one of those ones in cross keys that isn't as inconvenient as other seeds, since the turtle rock back can pretty much be anywhere.
Oh, that's a bow. We're gonna get that.
For sure.
Also nice to find that bow before we find either Eastern or Pod. Especially nice before Pod, because although I know Azure will mimic clip if he were to find Pod without the bow, but now you don't have to worry about that. And Relkin doing the I'm not going to Kakariko until I absolutely have to. Which sometimes can pay out, but it just feels like there's always so many entrances in Kakariko that just avoiding it always seems kind of odd to me.
Yeah, we see, just so far, Azure's got 2 items, whereas Relkin's got no items. But, both of these players won their cross keys matchup in week, what was that, week 5 of
Week
the
5,
league?
yes.
Yeah, and so I feel like they kind of know what they're doing, and then they have their little strategies they like, and
Yep.
just keep sticking to them. Azure got to farm 50 rupees here at a time in this 50 rupee cave.
Yeah, this will be so he can get the bottle vendor, I think. Belkin got a Quake medallion, which... medallions and cross keys, when they're useful, they're super useful, but it's so often that they just gate nothing. And that was a waste. Compass to swamp. I mean, I personally like compasses, but I wouldn't spend $100 on them if I knew. And in the end, we're gonna see... the runners are gonna swap places anyway. At some point, Rulkin will be in Kakariko, and Azure will be doing all these, like, Eastern and South Shore, some of the stuff that Rulkin's already done. And we see our first dark cave. There's 5 of those dark caves. One of them will will guarantee to take you to Death Mountain, because it would be the front half of the Old Man Rescue.
Yeah, so that one's going to be guaranteed on the mountain, and then there's the connector, and then there's the old man back that a lot of people tend to forget about until you play a lot of cross keys, and then you never forget about it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the gotchas, because sometimes the logic will say, hey, go rescue the old man. Oh, that glove for Ashter. Logic will say, go rescue the old man, and then save and quit, and then go to the back, not the front.
Yeah, that is always pretty tricky. Relkin, by the way, got a bottle with some green goo and did a good job of not dying on their way to that P5
yeah,
spot.
I mean, he's still got only half a heart, so he's still in danger.
Yeah,
Fortunately, this is Light World.
Shooters can get you.
Yeah, pretty much anything that would kill him at this point. And here's the uncle drop down. So gonna be, be interesting to see what's over at the Lumberjack. And we get a big key to Desert. Technically, Azure could go back and beat that dungeon right now. We'd have to use NMG bow strats, but I don't see him doing it anytime soon, but could do it. Turtle Rock small key. Oh, and Relkin finding a connector to East Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Sometimes you don't want to find Ice Palace there, but it's nice to have
Nope.
some access over here without needing hookshot and other connectors or the flute or anything like that. Was that
Oh,
what
pod
was
big
that
key.
tower? Pod? Okay.
That was a pod big key.
And we've already got the bow, so we find the hammer and the lamp and a bunch of keys. We can get back there and kill Helmasaur. Got a lot of items we got to get first, but at least finding that early bow and that pod big makes us think something might be in pod.
Okay, Azure finds out, hey, look, that's Sanctuary.
Yeah, so at least I think both runners know about that Sanctuary now.
Yep.
So they'll both be thinking about that Hyrule big key, or Hyrule small key, excuse me, and trying to do a save scum possibly. We'll see if we get any more access to the front of Hyrule Castle at some point.
Relkin looks like he's going to try and go through Spiral Cave. He's got lots of bombs to do this with. It is not easy with this loadout.
Yeah, you can kind of get in trouble if you think you're just going to walk through and take a hit, and then that turns into 2 or 3 hits, and then you're dead, and that just does not feel good.
Okay. Relkin didn't have the big key, so we get 1 extra check over here. Small key to Thieves Town. That's a good one. Yeah. It's always nice to find that Thieves Town small before you have access to the back. Ideally, you'd want a hammer as well. Ooh, we found a connector to the Dark World. Looks like Relkin may stay in here for a while. I'm not a fan in general of doing early bunny walking. It just seems like it's really, really slow. It's really, really dangerous, and so rarely pays out to anything.
Yeah, it might be worth kind of by Skull Woods, maybe getting some items there with like a death and inside the dungeon, but it's usually pretty tricky and there's just a lot to do. So maybe check a couple of entrances. If you can if you can make it that far.
Looks like he wants to do the Skull Woods play. I mean, you can't get a Moon Pearl here is the big thing. You can't. There's like handful of entrances that could give you a Moon Pearl. Things like Checkerboard Cave. What's the other one? I think Hammerpeg's Cave is one of the other ones.
Yeah,
but for the most part,
a cave and talk to the dude
anything with an NPC. Things with an NPC. There's Swamp. Can't do anything there right now.
But that entry that Relkin came out of was Spiral Cave, so there really was an option to just go back into Light World, and that was sort of the end of a one-way
he'd
trip.
have to save and quit.
Just keep on going and get what you can, I think.
And there's Hyrule Castle. I think we're just gonna check entrances for now. You're not going back in that way.
Not until we get another pair of footwear there.
It's like Azure's just gonna go ahead and blind check the item.
Yeah, it's probably about the same amount of time as eating the little screen transition, if it's a good item or not, and even if it's just money or bombs or something, you're not going to turn that away. Or a big heart, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, a 5th heart container, it makes your life easier. We're still on green mail. Everything hits hard. We have not seen the well yet. Have we missed any drop downs? Have we seen the Hyrule Castle drop down? I want to say Relkin did it, but I don't think it was the well.
Yeah, it might have been Useless Fairy or something over there where the uncle normally is. If I'm or Magic Bat. Our tracker Siriu is reminding us in
Ah,
chat. Thank you.
magical. So that means, I believe that means that we're going to have the well behind Aga 2.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Fire
fire rod
rod
in Skull
Woods.
Woods. All right, let's go.
Oh my. Okay. I mean, that's a really good find.
Yeah. Now that puts the back of desert in logic there. Get that.
Not
We got
quite.
that big
Yeah, that's
key.
right. Good point. I had said Azure could finish that. Right now, he can't. He doesn't have a fire source.
We still need a small key, but it is a thing they could do, but probably just not on the
Yeah, well,
table at
it
this
won't
point.
be in logic without a moon pearl either. So, or a
That is
lamp.
true. Yeah.
I think we're going to see the other exit out of desert.
Yeah, both runners went left because you get that torch check, and Astor did have the big key, I believe. So
Yeah.
that makes sense why they both went to the west. Now we're going to go to the east, see if we can make it past the sand pit. Okay, that's a
Well,
nice entrance to know what it is, so you don't
yeah,
isolate that
don't
without
have
the
to check
mirror or
it.
something.
Don't have to check that entrance. Ooh, this is interesting. Finding the dam early means we can get the item early. Small key to Hera, which is basically a fetch quest. And we have Swamp already. We don't have flippers, but we do know where Swamp is.
Right, yeah, that does permanently keep the water in swamp, so you don't have to do any mirror transitions and stuff next time you go. It's just there. And of course, that flooded item down at the dam is just sitting there available now.
Yeah, and I don't think Azure's checked that entrance yet, so that might be where he heads after. It looks like he's gonna do Hyrule Castle first, but then we'll probably see him maybe do the South Shore. And knowing that this is not gonna be Ganon, he can drop down from the back, which is a bit of a time save.
Yeah, hoping it's the well or something like that. It's better than checking it before you drop in. You're not gonna run into Ganon, like you said.
He will get the item though, because he does have that
Oh
powder.
yeah, I forgot about that. Nice fortuitous thing there of routing for Asder. And Magic Bat gives us an ice rod. Okay.
Or a pendant turtle rock.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I mean, it could still be a thing. I mean, it's green pendant, so it's 2 items instead of just 1, but yeah, ideally you want to find that ice rod when Turtle Rock is a crystal, and when you have to do it.
Yeah, and I guess technically, beating Tridex is behind all 4 Turtle Rock small
It
keys and the
is,
big
yes.
key and the Key to Samaria and stuff like that. But not really anything besides like a hammer or a sword, which technically would let you beat it. But I think we've got a while to go, considering we still haven't even found the entrance. But it's very interesting to be thinking about that now with that ice rod in hand.
We're all gonna check this big chest, get a small key to Thieves Town.
Yeah, there has been a lot of similar checks here. No one's gone too far down the rabbit hole or the bunny hole, if you will.
Yep.
But I wouldn't suspect. There's not been a lot of route divergence so far, which is kind of interesting in Across Keys.
Well, I mean, they have to still trace over each other's steps, and that entrance is completely useless. That is such a weird entrance. It feels like they forgot to put the part that's supposed to drop down in that hole. I don't understand that entrance. It's somewhere on Death Mountain in Vanilla. I want to say Light World.
Oh, was that the Hookshot Fairy Cave?
No, it's the one that's just a dead end. There's just nothing there.
Oh, okay.
It kind of looks like the bottom of Spiral Cave, but not quite.
Right. Yeah, they can't have all the rooms look the same. They gotta. And sometimes you just run out of ideas.
Oh,
a
hey,
hookshot.
look, a hook shot. Always nice to get that before you run to Hookshot Cave. Looks like Azure's gonna farm extra bombs here. Might as well, it's free. But yeah, we're gonna have a well behind Aga 2, and it'll be interesting to see if either of our runners decide to go all the way up the GT climb. Wouldn't surprise me if that ends up being a required thing. I mean, you're talking about 4 items on the climb plus 5 more in the well for a total of 9 items. And that entrance is useless.
Yeah, some of those Dark World are NPGs and NPCs that you talk to. If they don't give you an item, they will refill your hearts. So if you're ever low on hearts and you got 20 or 30 extra rupees,
Yep.
I want to talk to one of those dudes.
Yeah, same goes with the fortune teller.
Yeah, I've been known to use those fortune tellers a lot. We're smashing A and B a bunch of times just to get a heart refill.
Okay,
Put
now
that.
Relkin's gonna do all his Kakariko checks, and looks like Azure's gonna check this area. Sees a small key on Lake Hylia Island. May or may not be one they need. And the Smiths
Okay,
hanging
Relkin's
out in this
going
other
in.
cave.
Got the fire rod, so we're gonna try and
I
do
mean,
fire rod and bombs.
with Fire Rod, this is not a bad fight at all.
Yeah, just got to make sure you have enough bombs left over if your fire rod shots run out. Of course, you're not going to have full capacity because you're going to need to use some magic to light those torches. So
yeah, you're gonna need to use 2 shots to light the torches at a minimum. And then there's a magic pot there. So maximum you can have going in is gonna be 7 shots. So yeah, he'll be able to miss one shot.
There's a magic pot there too. So get that
Yep.
one.
And like I say, it's still not in logic. Well, it's not in logic because the fire rod's not in logic. Also not in logic because we don't have the small key. And there's that bottle of green. Oh, yeah, I think Relkin has that bottle of green, so he gets extra fire rod shots if he messes up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is almost going to be pretty trivial here.
Yeah, it should be easy for him then.
Would like to save that bottle if you can, I'm sure. And
yeah, no
that was
problem.
A really nice job.
The item's kind of crap, but he does get a crystal out of it.
Well worth the time investment there. So we don't know if that was a red or a blue crystal, but at this point we're not really thinking about some entrance in the pyramid bomb spot. But
we'll see if he menus. Sometimes I know I'll like to menu to see if I got a red crystal in that situation. Looks like he doesn't care.
Yeah, just save it for next time you menu if you're thinking about it, or if you do find the bomb guy, you just ask him anyway. So Relkin hasn't found Ganon yet.
No, he found Ganon right away.
Oh, okay. So just checking to see what's in these things instead of dropping down.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't just drop down there because he has found Ganon. Maybe just force a habit. Or maybe he doesn't want it. I mean, knowing you can check some of these items, like if it's arrows instead of the bow, I mean, maybe you just don't bother. Okay, I think this was the connector to Death Mountain. Azure's gonna be able to do more here because he has that hook shot.
Right, we are gonna get all the way over there. Maybe we get the lamp to get the old man, or maybe we just go into the old man cave in the dark.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, with the hook shot, it's not bad to do the old man cave in the dark. So I fully expect him to rescue the old man regardless of whether he has a lamp or not.
Yeah, it's pretty easy if you've done it a few times before. Maybe you got the map up on your computer screen. You can check that out for a little help. But first, going to check out all the entrances over here first.
And still not able to do Ice Palace. I mean, Relkin could do it, but that'd be an out-of-logic Ice Palace without a hammer, so I can't imagine he does it. Looks like Azure's going to go ahead and do this Spiral Cave. A little unfortunate, he's going to have to come back for the East Death Mountain stuff. For all he knows, this is going to be a lamp. Well, I suspect he'll just save and quit when he gets to the Dark World. I don't think he likes bunny walking very much.
Yeah, and maybe just saying I'm going to go through here and get because it's an item, and then I'll just eat the cost of the time of going back through that fairy ascension cave or fairy dissension cave is the way we took it.
Yeah,
Uh, Interesting to note, Ralkin did go into that dark entrance in Kakariko, and we had his audio up, so we didn't hear him jump down. So that's not the old man connector; it's something
it's
else.
something
I think
else.
he
Yep.
fell into a pit, so I'm thinking it's not the back of the old man either. It's
It's
that
probably
other.
yeah the bad
Uh,
the
yeah,
Death Mountain Descent cave, which is, I mean, you can do that one in the dark. That one's the one like I refuse to do in the dark. It's just there's holes everywhere. It's just a bad connector to take in the dark, and of course
yeah.
never in logic. So people will do it, and it's just no.
And here Azure goes right
Yep,
back
yep,
through that fairy descension cave.
yep. I think that makes a lot of sense. We'll see how quickly Relkin gets to turning that powder in. I mean, it's not that far away from Link's house, so it wouldn't surprise me if the next save and quit he does it.
But yeah, to your point about the Descent Cave, it's pretty much always the last location for me. I know we had a race in the Open League playoffs last week that came down to both runners just isolating that and eventually going back to it about 2 hours or 2:15, and that was where all the progression was.
Oh
So,
wow, yeah. I
uh,
mean, it's definitely one you want to be checking out once you have okay, Swamp and Skull Woods or
Swamp
Red Crystals. Okay, it's definitely one you want to be checking out with the lamp, but it's not one. I don't. It's very rarely going to be worth sequence breaking it.
right.
Also, Ruka's going to go into Turtle Rock, which makes a lot more sense for him because of that fire rod. You don't need
Yeah,
the
for
fire
sure.
rod to put this in logic, but it does make it a lot easier. Okay, so our
Oh, that's
our
interesting.
pod small keys are locked behind 4 Turtle Rock small keys. Yay! Thanks, game. One of
Yeah.
those logic quirks that you take note of in the back of your mind, but it's not going to stop you from doing things.
Yeah, I mean, that might not. I mean, that might mean that Pod is a pendant. I don't want to put too much weight on that, but just the fact that,
Yeah, I
Turtle
don't
Rock
put.
is.
Yeah, I don't tend to put that kind of weight on it because if it's a crystal, if pot is a crystal, then those turtle rock keys are going to show up. We've already seen
That is
one,
true.
and the pod keys will show up. So they might be in bad places, but it's like I say. I mean, Azure had a race in the cross keys tournament where, um, you might have said, "Oh, hey, I don't have all the keys to GT, so I'm not going to climb." But 2 of the GT small keys were on the climb,
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
extremely rare and not something you expect. But I mean, these things can happen, so
Yeah, I
you got to
mean,
be a little careful when you start avoiding those things.
yeah, it's really important to know your key logic, what chests are locked behind how many keys in each
Yep,
dungeon. As we find Eastern Palace, there's 3 checks here in logic, and
one
uh,
out of.
1 out of, yeah, and then no big key yet, even though we do have the bow.
Yeah, I'd rather go in here with bow no big key than. Well, okay, it doesn't matter the first time you go in. But I'd always rather have the bow first because you'd hate to triple dip this to have to open up the big chest.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Like this way, I mean, you're getting 4 checks. Once you get the big key, you can just clear the dungeon. Ralkin's gonna get over to GT pretty soon. Not that there was anything really useful in there, and he can't go any further than Asher could, because he might check the torch, though, so it'll be interesting to see if he does that.
Yeah, that would be a new piece of information for us. And I think Relkin did find the dam, so
Yeah, he
they
did.
will probably be going down towards the dam and getting that flooded item, as well as maybe continuing on to get that hook shot, which we know that is on the way towards desert. But they're going back up north and a little maybe south, doing a little dance, going back in his brother's entrance. Yeah, they hadn't been in here, and they
Yeah, he's
are
gonna get
glad they
nothing
found
here,
it.
but, might get a little extreme. Oh, half magic sitting on Spectacle Rock. That's a nice item. Oh, and here's Pod. Hi, Pod. 3 items in
Okay.
logic.
Yeah, we did get that bow. That was pretty early bow. Nice to be finding Pod at this point. We have no keys and no hammer, so only getting 3
Yep.
so far.
Yeah, Relkin has a key. Oh,
Oh,
never
there's the
mind. That's a
hammer.
hammer. So that puts extra stuff in logic.
Yeah, there's the bridge in the arena and the
Yep.
basement right in here,
Is it
and
just
we know where GT is. We can go left with the hook shot. So there's a lot of new stuff is open to us now.
Yep, Relkin's going to be able to do more with the small key. He could not open that middle door and open and get to the back. Azure's not going to have that option because he has no small keys.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit of a little difference here when Relkin does find Pod.
Okay, Relkin's
And
back in here, back in this dark room.
oh, is this the descent cave from Kakariko? That's
Pretty certain. Assuming that is what it is. Oh, well, I
okay.
mean,
That's really nice to know where that goes. That's about
it
it.
is. Relkin's not gonna have to worry about the big bomb. That's always nice. Oh,
And
hi,
we get
Bugnet.
some bombs on Azur's side and a map. And yeah, I would have been
Map to
disappointed,
Hyrule.
but we got the hammer, so we're gonna find some more stuff. It's gonna be great. Taking the long walk, no boots or anything to get us across. You can't use the hook shot to get across there, even though it looks like you can.
Yep. I'm not a huge fan of Relkin doing these out of logic bunny walks, but I mean, these could come into logic once the lamp shows up. Like, say, if the lamp is right here, this isn't an in logic chest.
Right.
Oh, hi,
Oh, there's a
sword.
sword.
That would put these bunny walks into logic, so it's not impossible that he could find something here.
Right. Won't be able to go to pod because you can't take Kiki when you are a bunny. And we get a blue cane, and that's it.
I mean,
Azure has
nice.
no keys, so can't go any farther.
Can't do another thing.
Probably okay with that. Just like having the game make his decisions for him.
Yeah. Some of these would be breakable with a mirror. Like, bunny walking with a mirror is so much better than like that cave he just was in. There's a couple ways to sequence break that. Relkin looked like he was trying to lure that murder-dactyl to give him a D-boost into the cave, which would allow him to do Super Bunny. But with 3 hearts of damage, the next damage boost would have killed him. So he gave up on that idea. Better if you have the mirror, because you can sequence break with the mirror. If you enter and hit your mirror at the same time, you can get a Super Bunny state that way as well. And that would also allow you to get the item. But no mirror. Oh, hey, money.
That's nice. Mirror is like probably the best item in cross keys. You know, it's
Mirror's
not
so good.
not as useful in the other modes, but you're not really afraid to take connectors when you have the mirror. So, you know, having that show up
Also,
early is every cross keys player's dream, I think.
Also, mirror doesn't immediately point you to Swamp Palace, especially when you have that mirror show up in a
Right.
pendant Swamp Palace situation. Just really annoying. Vulcan gets his hook shot, so we'll see if he heads back to Death Mountain to go over to the west side of the mountain.
Yeah, that that's behind a connector, so it's kind of an investment. So see if Relkin does that or something else. Something you don't see in cross keys a lot is fake flippering and sequence breaking. It's always pretty good to stay in logic, whether or not it's a hard time to get there with the connectors and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to go too far out of logic, especially with the keys just being everywhere, and you want the keys to point you where to go. So
yeah.
there's
There's flippers. Big key to Thieves Town.
Oh wow,
That is a full clearable Thieves Town when Azure finds it. Also gets a second Turtle Rock small. See if he gets over to Turtle Rock anytime soon. Gets that pod small key. In his case, with 2 Turtle Rock smalls, if he wants to go to the lava chest, I would just spend one of those keys. He doesn't have anything really good to kill the Pokey. We are going to get a dip into the Dark World here, which is, Again, not a huge fan of bunny walking, but this one's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get back all the way over here. We got Thieves Town was a crystal, and Swamp was a crystal, I think I saw.
Yeah, Swamp and Skullwoods were the red crystals, so we already knew that.
Oh, right. And yeah, I think we have that on our trackers, and it's under the player that knows that information. So you might see, you know, Swamp on one side and not on the other. That's just because we're, I think, just kind of keeping the information that the runners know available to you there, which helps us all watch the seed a little bit easier.
Where is Azure going? He already checked both of these caves. I didn't think either was anything. It looks like Relkin's gonna go follow the Hyrule Castle. Actually go through the escape.
Yeah, so...
Or at least go far enough to... Ooh. Oh, this is what we found. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Because the game could expect you to enter here as a bunny, leave as a bunny, go back in from the light world, and be able to do this dungeon. Relkin, meanwhile, finding a mirror. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that was that first chest, and then just not even going farther, and Relkin getting the bad news about Bonk Rocks there.
Yep.
And saying, how do I get back there? Oh no.
A little surprised he didn't go to the next chest, because you can steal either that key or you can steal the key from the next spot. Another pod small.
Yeah, it might just be Relkin saying, I don't want to walk back there twice when I do find that key. What was that big key?
Skullwoods.
Ah, great.
So the good news is that's going to give Azure more incentive to do Skullwoods when he gets into the Dark World and get that Fire Rod. The bad news is Fire Rod being there makes you not want to go to Skullwoods, because ideally you want to have the Fire Rod when you go there so you can check the entrance back there.
Right, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. We still don't even have the Moon Pearl, so let's see if that shows up. Get all that Fire Rod and stuff in Logic.
We're starting to run out of places for that Moon Pearl to be. The only in Logic check in the castle is the one we got the mirror from. Because we don't have the small key and we don't have the lamp to go towards the back. So bunny walking could be a thing. Bunny walking with the mirror is a little bit better.
Yeah, we did.
Because there are places to check.
We saw a key on the race game, so you can technically get there from our Dark World access and a mirror. That could be just something somewhere.
More of pod is in Logic. Oh, let's see. We got C-shaped house here with the mitts at...
Yeah. So that's in Logic.
Oh, that must have been from the other Hyrule Castle entrance.
Yeah, that was taking the Hyrule Castle east to Laser Bridge exit and then using that mirror.
Yep.
And now we could even lift up this rock and get this Dark World over here. Still a bunny, though.
Yeah, these two aren't too bad. There's only 2 checks here. They're really quick, so I think it's fine to check them. And you've got the mirror, so... And the first one is useless. And the second one is useless. So, I mean, you know, Relkin gets to knock those off of his tracker and never has to think about him again.
Yeah, and, you know, if he's feeling a little tired, he can just go to Hotel Mario and rent a bed for the evening if he wants. But just going to go on and do some other stuff here right now.
Okay, Azure entering Hyrule Castle. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get his mirror. We'll see if he goes any further beyond that.
Yeah, and Azure did go out of those bonk rocks earlier in the seed, so...
Yeah, so he'll go to the right side.
Right.
The question is... does he steal a key? If he steals a key, which key does he steal? Or does he take the chance of not being able to get out? Okay, he's going to go at least a little bit further.
Yeah, so that was the mirror, and that was technically the only check in logic in the front here. Technically, you could have used that key there and gone into dark cross and gone the
Yep.
way to back of escape. So
In which case,
technically,
you're using
this check
keys in a bad way,
right.
potentially, and so the game doesn't want you to be able to do that until you have all the keys.
Now, Azure knows that the sanctuary is behind Aga 1, so I would imagine they would mirror out from here. But we'll see if they do continue on to the ball and chain guard and sell this cell.
Looks like he's gonna go on.
All right, using that key. So, if there's anything in the back of escape, it's going to be behind either the key or the lamp
Board.
and 2 castle tower keys, which we haven't
Yep.
seen either one of those yet.
I kind of would have liked to see him somehow save scum this. This could be nothing, and then you're just, you're not having that key to do anything with. That's a small key to desert.
Well, that's not
So
nothing.
that's a TB. That is not nothing. That is a TB determined item. That could be hard required.
I mean, we
but
know
at least...
desert is crystal, right? Because
yes,
can beat it.
we do. But at least if you do it this way instead of what I've seen some people do, where they'll go to the back, now you're just stuck with. You can't do. You could still find the Hyrule Castle small key to get to the back, or you can do Aga 1 to get to the back. Whereas the other way around, if you take it to the back, then you have to find the Hyrule Castle small key. It's your only choice to get to the back,
Right.
and the game wants to, that small key is logically required. It might be hard required.
Yeah, and of course you're going to need the boots to get into that lumberjack tree as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that desert palace small logically locks the boss and the right side where there's 2 chests for the vanilla big key, but as you're saying, you could just beat desert without getting that small key anyway if you just don't check the right side.
Okay, so Relkin chose to use his small key on the door, so we're not going to see anything new here in Pod.
Yeah, I think this makes the routing of the front a little easier, and really the only chests that are in logic are in the front anyway. Everything else in the back is locked behind like 4, I believe. So 4 or 6. So this is just sticking to logic, which no one is going to fault you for that.
Yep. Looks like Azure's going to check more of the mountain.
Yeah, both our runners on the mountain on the left side at the same time.
Yeah, Relkin's going to rescue the old man. We haven't seen the save quit spot from Azure yet. Maybe we'll see it from Relkin. Relkin will have a slightly easier time because he's got that sword to do it with. But, it wasn't that bad with the hook shot.
Yeah, these enemies don't do too much of damage when you've got 5 or 6 hearts.
Yeah, I mean, those bats really don't do much damage at all. It's just a little bit faster to walk around with that sword. We'll be able to get our half magic. Definitely a nice luxury item.
Almost missing it, but doubling back. Yeah, we can get Tower Hair. We can get the top of Death Mountain with the hammer. And there's an empty house. That's one of the Snitch Lady houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could also get into the Dark World up here and check out the Turtle Rock.
Oh, we can, can't we?
Which, maybe that entrance is important. Maybe
oh,
it's not.
hello, Laser Bridge.
Turtle
oh,
Rock.
And this is even in logic. Yeah, this is even in logic because we have Blue Cane.
Yeah, so we're not going to have like 4 or 5 deaths here, like what happens when I run into Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, same. Same here. Of course, looks like we're not going to get anything useful. Oh, wait, never mind. That is a really useful item.
Yeah, probably the most useful item in the game. We'll take that commentator's curse, I think.
I guess more of a commentator's blessing, isn't it?
Oh, for sure, for sure. So we checked everything. We already dropped down, I think, onto the 2 that we can get. So we're just going to go in the Dark World, and now we have the Moon Pearl, so we can actually go into these entrances and maybe open up Turtle Rock if it's not Bombos. And it's not.
It's Quake. Which, of course, means this entrance will be nothing. It's about as early as I've ever seen a Turtle Rock be opened in a Cross Keys.
Yeah, I mean, it's super rare you even get access to this location and have the medallion and have mitts. I mean, mitts in Cross Keys is something that usually shows up pretty late.
It's not always something you
And-
want.
Right, it's Checkerboard Cave.
Okay, just a piece of heart. Azure says not worth the trouble to get that piece of heart. Doesn't need to drop down here. He's probably going to try it. Was actually walking through the Lionels. Doesn't need to do that either because he checked those as well. We'll probably go back to that connector after he checks this cave. I suspect Rilken's going to do all these same things. Oh, hey, it's Castle Tower. We have no small key, so we can get one item. As Azure roots around to figure out what the best way to kill these guys is. It's just going to be the arrows, I think.
Yeah, Aster does not have that fire rod, but perhaps they won't be too far behind now that they have their Moon Pearl. Can kind of traverse the Dark World. They know the. Well, I guess we have pretty much everything here. We got hammer and mitts, so we can enter from any of the portals we want. It's pretty wide open at this point. And of course, going back through those Quarreling Brothers connector.
Yeah, Relkin might also check the other exit out of this. We didn't see this on Azure's side because he didn't have the mirror. And so whatever he came out at, he wasn't going to be able to go back through.
Oh, yeah, he did go out of the middle one to get Bunny into...
Get unbunnied, yeah.
Yeah, unbunnied. But yeah, I don't think went out the bottom.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. If there's something in that Skullwood's big chest, it's gonna be a while before Relkin maybe goes back to it. I don't know. It kind of sucks to find the big key after you've already done that area.
Yeah, it's, I mean, not terribly inconvenient to go there, and you know, just depending on how many times you've been burned by that location means when do you go back and check it, you know, in your next seed. So, not that I'm speaking from experience or anything.
I didn't see where that entrance was, but he doesn't want to go there, so... We're going to see the pyramid area from Astor. There'll be one item here, and he can mirror at the top to get 3 entrances. Okay, never mind, 2 entrances, because he doesn't have a Master Sword or a cape yet. Looks like he has no interest in that bug net.
Yeah, here's another Cross Keys quirk. You can get to the top of the castle by mirroring from the pyramid.
This is the only way to get here other than connectors. Oh, it's Hype Cave.
I guess it's not really a Cross Keys quirk. It's just something you see a lot more in Cross Keys because you end up coming back here more and more than you ever would in a regular seed.
That's our first GT small key. We get a big key to ice. Logically required if that's a crystal. And Pompos.
All right. Yeah, nice to see all the medallions. I guess. We are eventually going to, I would think, get a flute and be able to open up Misery Mire, so that'll be a little bit easier to clear out that whole area in one go.
And a small key. Ooh, there's that Hyrule Castle small key. So that gamble of going all the way down is going to pay off because he's going to be able to do the rest of Hyrule Castle anytime he wants to with that small key.
Yeah, we can't check the Aga Tower entrance there because we don't have a Master Sword, we don't have the cape.
That is correct.
And technically we could be required to get both Castle Tower keys to defeat Aghanim to make that go away, but I've never seen that, and I just know it's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing that I mean, obviously we're not having that happen here, but yeah, that could be your way to get to the east part of Dark World. That is a thing that can happen. I think the only seed I've ever experienced that had that was a seed where Ganon was sitting in the lumberjack anyway, so you had to kill Aga at some point anyway, so it just didn't matter. Like, okay, well, I gotta do this anyway, so let's do it for Dark World. Oh, there's a flute. Oh,
We do
wow.
find Hookshot Cave and Cape. Yeah.
And a book.
Or
That's
sorry, did I
nice. And a
say?
cape. The cape, of course, right after we were in a
Oh
spot
my.
that would have used it. But, you know, I mean, you'll take it. It does not feel like following the connector. There's not a lot of places that he can't get to at this point. He might decide to do catfish and then come back. Yeah, that was 4
Yeah.
actual
That was.
items. That was crazy. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, I like it. That was a pretty hype hookshot cave.
Yeah.
As you said, it is a connector too. So I doubt Azure would forget about that. Probably just going to go back soon. But
Yeah, I
Broken
mean,
making their way
yeah, I could
through
see him
Eastern.
doing catfish. Let's see if he wants to do any of Zora. Looks like he does want to do some of Zora. I don't think he'd do Splash Delete for an entrance. But could if he wanted to. Looks like he just wants to check the ledge and get the Zora item. Because he's got plenty of money for it.
Yeah, you could do, and then you would be able to get back his boots. That's really nice, but we
Ooh.
do not have the flippers yet. We'll see if Azure tries to do a little splash delete here.
Oh, this is a
Um,
shame because Relkin knows where the flippers are, and Azure can go get them right now because he's got that flute, and the flippers are sitting on the desert ledge.
yeah, that's interesting. I forgot that we did see those flippers.
I do believe he knows how to do this splash delete, but I don't think he does it a lot, so I don't know how much time he'll put into trying to do this. There's not a lot of items that are as big for doing that as this is.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
he's
just
just
gonna
not
save
gonna.
and quit.
Which honestly, if he goes and activates that flute immediately, that'll be fine because he's gonna go. I mean, if you're gonna activate the flute, it makes the most sense to just go do the Mire Desert area.
Yeah, we do know that that's where the flippers are, so that would be fortuitous.
Okay, Relkin is in the area of his Moon Pearl, so he'll get that shortly. Yep, gonna do this, no doubt. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and... Oh, yeah, he's got the cane. Thought maybe he was gonna use iframes to get the first chest to save a little bit of magic, but with half magic, I don't think that's really necessary.
Nah, and they've got a couple bottles and some money to burn, so... although Relkin has not been to Zora, so doesn't want to spending too much money. Plus, we haven't even found the magic shop, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but that blue cane doesn't use up tons of magic, and we got half magic, so yeah,
Yep.
that was fine.
I'm gonna do the same thing Azure did. Gonna not check the connector until after. Let's see, where is Azure gonna go? Oh, hammer plus hookshot. Can do more of GT.
Yeah, so we've got 2 GT. Oh, sorry, I was looking at Turlock. 1 GT key on Azure side, so gotta be a little bit careful about where you go. But
yeah, I think he needs to skip the firebar room if he wants to get all the way back to the Ice Armos.
yeah, and I believe that room. I mean, pretty much everything here is locked by like 3 or 4 turtle.
GT.
Janus Tower keys. So. Everything that's behind a key door is about 3 or 4, except for the climb, because there's no small key doors on the way up the climb. Oh,
Silvers is nice. Be nice if we have to do Vidi. Okay, now is he gonna leave or is he gonna? Oh, he's gonna. Okay, looks like he's gonna keep on going.
Oh yeah, and we get the free key on the left side too, under that pot. So that's 2. So you can do the map room here and go all the way to the left, I think. So can safely open that and still go left, but now it doesn't have keys for the climb or right side and stuff. But we're not really thinking about the climb. We don't have the big key. We don't have the Samaria for the right side, so this seems like a pretty safe clear over here.
Yeah, just a bit of a shame. If he'd gone over to the Mire area, Mire and Desert, he could have gotten those flippers and gone back and gotten those boots.
I
Maybe he
guess
does
just
that
walking down
next.
here makes sense from turning in the flute, you know, because it's never going to be faster except with boots, and he doesn't know how to
Yeah,
get
I
them
mean,
yet.
this isn't the fastest. I mean, boost doesn't save the most time. There's not, except in this room right here. There's not a whole lot of straightaways, and you do have to do a bomb jump to get over to the ice armos instead of doing a bonk. I mean, you don't have to do a bomb jump. Well, he does. I think he knows the pathway well enough that he could actually do it without. But the other option would normally be to fire the torch and actually be able to see the floor. You'd almost never see that, but it is an option.
Yeah, that's a nice little trick. You can also use ether to light it up just a little bit. It doesn't
Yep.
stay on there for a while, but you can just kind of
Yeah,
get an
I
idea of
think a
where
lot
you
of
are.
people I think a lot of people don't know that you can light the torch and see the floor because you don't see that very often in most runs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you don't see people normally walking across it, so or you'll just see them using, like you said, the bomb jump or the bonk up here. It's a
No big
pretty
key.
free bomb jump, I believe. Yeah, no big
I always
key.
have trouble with it. Yeah, no big key, so not gonna check the big chest. Has powder, so he is. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Well, that's a death. I don't know if you go
that
back
fairy
in. No,
still there? Nope.
nope. Never had a fairy. It was gonna been fine. Would have been fine because powder would have gotten him the fairy, but it looks like he's just gonna get a pass on going back through. This could be the trip over to. Yeah, this is gonna be the Meyer area. Relka, in the meantime, is gonna show us what that small key is and check some of these entrances back here. Ooh, Thieves Town.
Yeah, I guess that's
He's got.
something Astor could have done too when turning in the flute, since they had the mitts. But yeah, Thieves Town's a nice find. We got big key, got small key.
Yep.
Relkin does not have the small key.
No, he's got the small key for sure because I can see it on his HUD.
Oh, it's on his HUD, yeah.
And always nice to find Super Bunny Cave from the back. There's that Ganon's Tower big key. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Of course,
Well,
always after you're in the area. Well, if he
that
gets a
seems to be
couple,
the
yeah,
theme of the seed, huh?
if he gets a couple more GT small keys, you can go do it from the right side, and of course the Kata Samaria.
And there's another GT key in Thieves Town.
Okay, it's the big key. Or does he? Okay, I looked for a second like Relkin was going for a death warp, which you'd only do if you don't have the big key, but he's now going on, so yeah. Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, maybe just forgot or wasn't looking, was tracking something. And
Yeah, I don't know what
away.
that looked like. He was trying to death warp, but obviously not because he obviously does have the big key and is going to go ahead and finish this dungeon. Azure meanwhile going to get his boots. So
Yeah, Relkin did have a fairy, but I saw them use it in Castle Tower. They were death warping and then realized they had a fairy and used the fairy.
yeah,
in
see
here,
that's why I hate the bug net. I swear, fairies always mess up my death warps. They never help me. They never save me when I need to be saved. They only kill me or slow down my death warps that I end up not having them when I actually need them.
But nice use of the powder there to turn that anti-fairy into a fairy and refill Relkin's hearts there.
Okay, Azure's gonna grab these boots. Yeah. Chat pointing our one of our trackers, Stereo X, pointing out that he skipped the check. We'll see if he goes back to it. Nope. That could be bad if that's an actual useful entrance, because I don't think he's gonna remember that he didn't do that one.
Oh, the waterfall with the flippers. Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's super quick to get back there with the flute and just going into that whirlpool that everyone uses to get over to the Zora area. So
He also didn't
and,
do the rest of the Meyer area. Just saw the flippers like, yeah, I'm just gonna go get my boots right away. Is instead
right
gonna
back
do
into Castle Tower to use
Hyrule
that Castle
Castle.
Tower key to go to the back.
Or Hyrule Castle even.
Yes, that's it's a dungeon with a castle. I was half right.
Yep. This can't be a lamp. To his mind, it could be a fire rod, which would give him a fire source, which is the biggest thing that Relkin has over him.
Lamp could
Relkin.
be a turn because we know we can get the fire rod.
Oh
right?
yeah, no,
guess-
not in cross keys. Cross keys doesn't use the advanced logic to where this is in logic with the fire rod.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they still use some of the old logic, which is why Laser Bridge was only in logic with the
cane, yep.
or the cape, which is why we got our Moon Pearl there. So thank you for that, Tracy.
Now that shield will make a slightly easier blind fight when Azure gets to Thieves Town, but that's not what he's looking for. With 3 medallions, it wouldn't surprise me if when he gets to the room with the key rat, if he just uses one of those to just kill everything and find the key.
Yeah, this entrance was from the light world, so those rats are doing vanilla damage there.
Yep. They're actual rats. They're not crickets.
And we're on our second crystal fight of the seed here. Relkin putting the script, getting a little way and getting all 9 hits onto blind, picking up a key to Turtle Rock.
There you go.
And a crystal.
And we have a shovel to check.
And there's no time like the present, so never mind. We're gonna go do Bach Rocks first.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, now we get to see what this small key is.
Any thoughts?
It's probably a pod key, I mean.
Probably.
Nope, the other big one, Turtle Rock.
Which locks a pod key, so there you go.
And a swamp big. So, I mean, I'm always of the opinion that you'd rather have the swamp big key before you go into swamp than after.
For sure. Did we get the swamp small yet? I don't think we did.
No. I think Azure was thinking of going to swamp. I know it's in this area somewhere, but he realized, wait, nope, the big key doesn't get me entrance. The small key gets me entrance, and there's just be one chest you could check.
There is one chest in there, and in the vanilla dungeon, that's where the small key is. So it could just be there, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah, don't see that happening here. Looks like Relkin's gonna do this GT play. Hopefully we'll be able to see further on from him. And not much in the right side of desert. Let's see, where's Azure gonna flute to now? Flute to 4.
Gonna go into the Dark World, do some stuff. So I don't think we've checked this Swamp Palace area. I think we did come out in Hype Cave, and we went immediately north to the bomb shop.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much of this... Like, they both... Relkin went to the west to get that small key. Azure went north towards the castle. Or, sorry, towards the pyramid. Looks like Azure's going to go ahead and check the dark shopping mall, though, so it's not exactly what I was expecting. There's a small key on Lake Hylia, so he's going to grab that.
Here. Maybe we get a hobo check in here, too. That's probably just a little bit faster later.
Another pod small. Okay. I think this will be Dark Shopping Mall, and then he might go back and get that last pyramid check, since he has a cape to do it with.
Yeah, there's also the big island there in Lake Hylia, and where you lift up the rock to go to Ice Palace. I don't think we've been in there yet.
No, we have not.
I mean, with mitts and hammer and flute and mirror. There's just so much to do. It's just
Yeah,
kind of
everything's
hope
open.
you run into the things in the places that they are.
And we have Spike Cave access, because we have that blue cane. Yeah, the flute's not going to do it.
Yeah. This will be one of the things you don't see a lot, except from cross keys. We're going to check this and then run out instead of saving and quitting.
Ooh, a sword is good. Yeah, with half magic and this many hearts, you should be able to get out just fine.
Yeah, not even picking up the hearts in those 8 pots underneath.
And he has no bombs. Oh, gets the
okay.
50-50 bomb.
Nice. And there's also one in the light world there, and oh, that's really convenient too. So we did get Bob's chest. I did not see what it was, and we're gonna get ice armos here with silvers. This is gonna be pretty quick, so don't blink.
Chat says Meyer key, which is, you know, I mean, you pay attention to your 3 Meyer keys because it puts things in logic on the right side, but other than that, you know, nothing. You're not going to go into Misery Mire and not... Ah, there's a Castle Tower key. But you're not going to go into Misery Mire and not make those checks.
Yeah, the first one is nice, and the rest are, oh, I can't believe I got this now. Why couldn't it be something else?
Yeah. Looks like he is going to go ahead and at least do this first chest. I mean, why not? You're right here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through the process of... You don't have to go through the process of starting over every time. Okay, so now we get a save and quit. Relka's going to check Village Outcast and going to drag the Smith along.
Oh, and we finally get our first check of the old man entrance. Okay, and we've seen the top of this in the light world, so it's not information to us. I don't know if Astor has found it yet.
I think he was the one that found it first, so... I think they've both seen it. Okay, he's going to go finish the Mire area.
And we haven't seen the Smith yet, but, you know, one of the things in cross keys, you could take this frog around and go a bunch of places until you do find it.
Yeah, the frog will go every... Yeah. The frog will go anywhere with you, yeah, and yeah, you only lose him, like you say, if you get a crystal. Apparently, for whatever reason, he only goes away for crystals and not with pendants. Big key to Eastern.
All right. He'll also go away if you go into some screens with followers, like the Old Man Cave.
Oh, Cane of Samaria.
We've already been there. Yeah, that's a really nice find in the back of what is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right out.
The other thing that'll make him go away is another follower. So.
Right. So that puts more of GT in logic there. We have Fire Rod, we have Samaria now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Fire Rod was on Pot Prison in Skull Woods, which I think is just always in logic because you can drop down from one of the...
Yeah, once you have Moon Pearl, yeah.
Right.
Oh, he does have a small key, okay. Oh, we just found Misery Mire. Which is a little unfortunate for Asher since he doesn't have the cane. Now, he doesn't have the big key either, so unless the Mire... Yeah, I mean, no small keys doesn't really matter. He doesn't have a fire source, though, so he's not going to be able to do the right side because of that, unless the lamp shows up here.
Yeah,
I mean, you go in here, yeah, you found it, you go in. Like, it's just the kind of the way it goes, but...
We're using the Smith as a meat shield here against these files. I like that.
Oh, the poor Smith. Relkin, the horror, another pod small.
I do like that the Smith has that collision and is actually eating the
I did not know that was a thing, to be honest. I think that's... I just learned something. Another small key to Mire. Well, yay.
Kind of reminds me of my last D&D campaign with a rock gnome. But we found another key to Mire, or... Yep.
Vanilla... Well, actually, I don't know if that's actually a vanilla small key location for Mire, but it is in its vanilla dungeon, so... We do still need to hit this... Well, I guess we don't... He did the switch, but I think it's better to hit the switch here to get to everything.
All right, then there's a different second sword.
Yeah.
On Relkin's side.
And a mirror shield for Azure. Woohoo. Let's see. I think he can get one more. Yeah, he should be able to get one more check here. He's just going to use a key here. It doesn't matter. And just a piece of heart, so he's going to leave. We're going to see hammer pegs from Relkin.
So I didn't write down like the time or anything when Azure did get those flippers and get the boots, but it's, you know, just showing a little bit here. It's been at least 10 or 20 minutes at this point. You know, Relkin knows where the flippers are, but doesn't know where the boots are.
Relkin has that fire rod. Yeah, Relkin having that fire rod, though, is giving him nice advantage for... He's already able to finish Desert. Azure can do Thieves Town if he gets into that area. Oh, there's the lamp. Which...
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so when Azure gets there, if he doesn't have the fire rod yet, he's going to be able to do that. Not logically, but there's no reason not to do it. Now, we may lose the smith here. No, we are going to lose the smith here. This is a crystal dungeon.
It's a red crystal, for that matter.
Yep.
But it's worth losing the smith to get a crystal, I would say.
Yep.
We don't even know if the smith is accessible at this point. It could be like GT Tower or something like that.
No, we saw the smith. I forget where, but I remember seeing it on Azure's side, and I'm pretty certain Relkin saw it too. Okay, we're gonna see the back. Yeah, we're gonna see the back here. Now this dark room is really easy to navigate that Azure's in right now. Very quick and nice moth fight. Just a heart container though.
And bye-bye, Jeremiah. It was nice to see you for just a little while.
Okay, Azure in the dark world. That's not a bad entrance. Maybe this will get Azure into Skull Woods. Maybe it'll get him into Village Outcast. There's definitely a lot of good things that he can do in this area. Yeah, we've seen Super Bunny from the other side, so we're not going to go in there. But Azure needs to start getting some crystals.
Yeah,
like he's got a nice advantage with those boots, but it's only going to take him so far when he's got no crystals to Relkin's 3.
I mean, he knows where Desert is for sure.
Yeah. He'll run into Thieves Town. He knows where Eastern is, and if he goes south after these 2 checks, he should get get into Village Outcasts. I fully expect if he finds Skull Woods for him to just do it with the lamp. There's no reason not to.
Right.
Not in logic to do it with the lamp, but it's pretty easy to do it with the lamp.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice bomb jump there that you use you normally have to use the fire rod, as we saw Relkin do just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, logically you have to use the fire rod because, like we said, bomb jumps are never in logic. But in this case, it's a simple bomb jump. The hardest part is just avoiding the hand.
Right. Relkin going into Turtle Rock. I suspect they're going to go all the way up and get the 3 checks in the front, and then go on the front.
We've not seen the entrance, so we've seen 3 Turtle Rock entrances. We will get the 4th one this way.
Yeah, and that 4th one is never going to be accessible except from its overworld entrance, because that is the one that goes right to the big chest.
Mm-hmm. So... Okay, what I don't like is Azure didn't grab the pot key. He's got 1 small key. He's going to need to leave with 1 small key in order to actually do the dungeon. There's always a vanilla small key in the pinball room, so you could grab that one and mirror out from there.
Right, if you...
Assuming you don't have assuming you don't have the bad layout.
I mean, sometimes with keys, it's easier just to grab that one, especially if that means you don't have to, like, kill the Gibdo in the back of the dungeon on the Desert North, or, I'm sorry, Skull Woods North. Probably faster to grab that pot, but...
okay, we do have the bad layout. So hopefully he goes back in and grabs this key before he fall. Okay, never mind.
This is the nice way to go, I guess. Probably worth going up top, pop prison. Oh, just gonna get the yeah, go out here and then go. Oh, gonna
He
waste
could
2 keys
mirror.
going out pop prison.
No, he
Oh,
can mirror.
mirror is a good idea. Yeah.
Yep, I like the way he did this.
Yeah,
Because
that's
then
some
he
nice
only
routing
uses up,
there.
he'll use up just 1 key, and that will still allow him to do the actual Skullwoods. The back of it.
Right.
He should. I still think he should have grabbed the small key, but it's probably one of those things where he forgot. Gets his fire rod, so now he's gonna actually be able to do. Relkin couldn't check the entrance here, and he couldn't check this big chest.
Yeah, it's one of
Because
those.
he was a bunny and because he didn't have the big key, and we're gonna get 2 extra checks here. Okay, big chest not worth.
But for once, Asder finds an item before they need it instead of immediately
Yeah.
after. And
just
don't be
bombs
here,
there.
that'll put you back on the left. Just walk out and go out here and check the fire rod, the locked entrance. So that Turtle Rock led us to Turtle Rock, out the Turtle Rock Bridge, I
Yeah,
guess.
I wasn't. I mean, there's. Yeah, because I think we. Oh, hi, Hera.
Okay,
This
that's a
is
thing.
almost full clearable. Logically, of course, we need the big key, but with the hook shot, we can go ahead and do a Hera pot. I expect that's what we'll see from Azure. Meanwhile, Relkin's gonna go do Ice Palace.
Yeah, Relkin did find that Hera big key. I don't remember where, but I do remember seeing the text box. But Asder will do the basement here. It's a super out of the way location. You have
Yeah,
the key.
I mean-
you have to do it basically.
Pretty much. You have to do this dungeon here. Because, like you say, super out of the way location. It might be a while before Relkin gets here. But when he does, he's gonna be able to do the, he's gonna be able to do, the big chest. If there's something in the big chest, that'll be pretty big.
Yeah, the big chest is, of course, behind the big key, and then the key itself unlocks the big chest. But as you're saying, that Hera pot trick is going to allow Asder to get up to the top here and check everything except that.
And oh, it is a pendant, so
oh, interesting. That doesn't
you might
mean
still do
nothing's
it.
up top, though.
I think you still do it because it's in, like you said, it's in such a bad spot.
Yeah.
Just a little unfortunate if the Azure's not gonna be able to get himself a crystal here and get himself on the board. I suspect he's gonna get on the board pretty quickly with what we're gonna find next, though, because he's gonna start heading down, probably towards Village of Outcasts, and he'll get all that stuff. And there's a Thieves' Town there. He can go over to Desert. And he should find back of Skullwoods.
And Asder setting up the Hera pot there, getting an extra rupee for their trouble.
Yeah.
By the way, Relkin did a really nice icebreaker there, pretty quick, and just blazing through Ice Palace.
Yeah, Ice Palace so much better with Icebreaker. Just completely changed the dungeon.
Oh yeah. And I don't know, we don't have the big key, so we can't check one of the things here, which is just something that feels really bad in cross keys.
Oh, a sword for Azure. He's untempered, so that's something. I mean, it's not the best thing he could have gotten, but it's better than nothing. Relkin's still on Master.
First dungeon complete?
It's his first dungeon completion. Now, I fully expect him to go ahead and do Desert pretty soon. What did we not... Oh, did he not do... Yeah, he didn't do one of the chests. He's going back for it.
And welcome everybody from SpeedGaming. I think that other race must be over by now. I think it was Casual Boots or something, so not surprised it goes
Yeah,
really
I was
quick.
say it had to... Yeah, for them to be already done. Oh, it feels like Casual Boots.
So just to catch up here, we've got cross keys, and this is the first game between Shaktool's Digging Game and the Titans Mitts. Pretty typical cross keys, people going in every place all at the same time. Trying our best to catch up, but Astor does have the boots
And the flippers.
and the flippers, and by the way, the flippers lock the boots. And Relkin knows where those flippers are and
It
had a
doesn't-
fire rod advantage, but Astor ended up in Skullwoods with that.
Yeah, so Relkin doesn't know where the boots are and doesn't have a flute yet. I forget where the flute was, but he hasn't gotten it yet.
That was in
Um,
the New Hype Cave, aka Hookshot Cave, and it
ah-
also had the cape
oh, that's
and
right.
one
Right,
other key item.
that was over at I think Dark Potion Shop.
It was the I thought it was on the Dark Mountain, but
Oh, maybe. No, I feel like
maybe
Relkin's checked all those.
yeah, yeah.
Where is? Oh, he's gonna do
Yes,
more of Pod.
You're correct. It was the Dark Potion Shop because we were saying we got the cape there, and that was right after Astor checked the castle and didn't have anything higher than fighter sword. So a
Okay,
little inconvenient
so
there.
I think Asher's just gonna finish Pod right now. He has the ability to do. He's got the big keys. He's got the ability to finish the dungeon. I don't think he can full clear it because he just opened that middle door.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, going to be doing this in the dark. If you would, he's avoiding the village outcast area and the area just south of that, and that's where he needs to go to get over to Skullwoods and to Thieves Town. Don't know if this is a crystal or pendant yet.
So I guess Bralkin either forgot that they'd done Spiral Cave or just wanted access to this particular area of the Dark World instead of
Yeah, he's got.
using the regular portals.
Yeah, I mean, and we've got a decent starting spot in the sanctuary spot, so I'm a little surprised he just doesn't do that, or check the. I don't think he's checked the old man caves entrances. Okay, I was just not gonna finish this dungeon because
They
he just used his small keys. A little surprised about that. This could still be a pendant though.
I mean, checks are checks. You know, if you're getting 3 more checks or 4 more checks here, I guess that was only 1 extra check. But you know, crystals and pendants are worth something too. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, he's got to start getting caught up on those crystals because it's not going to matter what other advantages he has. Because if Rolkin just gets go mode, he's just going to be able to go and finish. The thing is, he just hasn't hit those dungeons at a point where he could actually complete them. He's going to be gated to Village Outcast at some point. He's going to have to do those checks. He's going to have to get to that Thieves Town check. He's going to have to get to the Skull Woods area. Okay, that's it for pod. And I do believe Relkin has a pod key from one of those locations that Azure doesn't have, so he will be able to finish this dungeon.
Yeah, they had 1 extra going in, I believe. We did get our second castle tower key in pod.
Which doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but there's, you know, a check there. We have checked Sanctuary, which was at Lumberjack.
This will be a new check. And we get blue mail. Which for Azure is yellow because he uses hat colors. Is there anything left in this area we haven't checked? Because he's still going someplace. I guess maybe could be going to ice. Ice is in this area. That'll be a crystal for him.
Yeah. Don't have the ice big key.
Well, Azure has the ice big key. Relkin did not.
Oh, my mistake. I was looking on the wrong part of the tracker there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice to get all 8 checks going into a dungeon there.
It's like Relkin found his way over to the Mire area. Oh, he has those flippers now. Does not know that the flippers gate the boots, otherwise he would probably be beelining over to the Zora area. Azure's gonna check this second chest in Castle Tower. Which makes sense. I mean, you do this pretty easily even with a fire rod, this is pretty easy.
Yeah, there's some dark rooms up here, but if you know where the torches are, they light up the whole room for you.
Yep. And you're just gonna grab this second chest and mirror out. Because the Castle Tower gates the back of escape. We've already found the Hyrule Castle small key, and Azure's already taken it all the way back. And so he knows that he doesn't need it. So I think this is the Ice Palace. Yeah,
this is ice, yeah.
This is ice.
And they just found out it was a crystal because they got the map in Castle Tower. Very convenient. Not really the sort of getting an item before you go to a place they were looking for, but this is what we get.
But he will be able to full clear this because he has the big key. So this again is, you know, I keep saying these things. If there's something in the big chest, no Meyer big key, so Relkin's not going to be able to do a whole lot more than Azure did, having just found the Misery Mire entrance. But he is going to be able to do, he has fire sources. Azure did not have any fire sources, so he is going to be able to do the left side here.
Yeah, as slow as it may be, it's 2 extra checks. That feels good to get most of it a dungeon out of the way.
Like Azure wants to hit the switch here, which he doesn't need to with the big key, but it's not a huge difference.
With no keys going in, it's, I think, faster to do it this way. Oh, just
no, he doesn't have cane. That's why. Never mind.
Oh.
He doesn't have cane. Yeah, he forgot. We forgot. I don't know if he actually forgot, but it kind of looked that way. So he's got to do this a long way.
Palace without cane. Oh,
I know, right? So a little unfortunate, he still hasn't hit those village outcast area because there's the Blind's Hut's there. Blind's Hut has a, I want to say the Eastern Big Key is the other big find there, but also the Cane of Samaria, which would make this a lot faster. Okay, so far just 10 arrows in the first check that Azure couldn't do in Mire.
So I think Azure's going to still be able to do everything here, even though they don't have cane.
Oh yeah, he can do
might
everything.
might not think they will, but they definitely can.
Yeah, logically, I mean, in a non, I think the only way cane is logically required is if there's a ice small key on Cold Stare, which is how it works in non-cross keys, but I could have that wrong. Some of the cross keys logic is a little bit different.
Yeah, and Azure not checking the right side there, which is locked behind some keys, I believe, but kind of interesting to not use that hook shot and go over there and get that like icebreaker side.
Yeah, looks like there was nothing there. It's gonna do iced tea, it looks like. It may do it from there, I guess.
Yeah, you can from like iced tea bomb over and then walk up and then go back down to the big room.
Yeah, I mean, he's got choices, but yeah, I don't know that that's a long way to go from here and then just still have to go back to Cold Stare. But we'll see what he does. I don't recall Relkin finding anything here, so if he does skip these items, he's not going to hurt him. Yeah, looks like he's going to go... yeah, he can go up this way.
Yeah, go up and then walk or run all the way up the ice... terrible ice room.
The tall, icy room. The annoying icy room. I hate this room. Absolutely hate this room.
It's a lot easier to go north to south than it is south to north, but Azure seems to have no problem just blazing right through it.
And he'll be able to get out because there's a small key under the big rock thingy. So it doesn't look like Relkin got anything right side of Mire, so if Azure doesn't go back for that, not going to hurt him. Although I expect it's, especially if he doesn't hit go mode before that, he's going to be checking that at some point. So there's that key right there.
I'm interested to see if Eastern is a crystal or pendant because, you know, both runners went in there early without the big key. They both had the bow because the bow was super early, but nobody's been back yet. Of course, Azure doesn't even have the big key because they haven't been to that area yet.
Now, we still don't know, even collectively, where the last pendant is, where the last crystals are. We don't know what Mire is, we don't know what Eastern is. We don't know what Pod is. Okay, Azure's gonna go ahead and finish this dungeon. I'm not sure this was the most efficient way to clear it, but, I mean, it is a clear, it will be a first crystal, and he will be on the board.
Yeah, sometimes you see runners going down to this chest first in hopes that it's a small key, but that's in you know, a regularly randomized
Mhm.
seed where the small and big keys are in the same dungeons.
And so Relkin, like Azure, is going to go ahead and do Hera right now because it's so bad to get back to, even though it is a pendant, and he can see that P in the little corner there. So he knows it's a pendant.
And it looks like they're skipping the basement for now, so we'll see if they
Oh,
never
just
mind.
decides not to do it. Okay, that's yeah. I mean, we don't know what's in those two chests on the middle floor because Azure skipped one and didn't have the big key for the other. Azure was having trouble getting the second Hera pot, and I do wonder if in the end he just figured might as well leave the both items there. That way, there's two items to come back for instead of one.
Yeah, I mean, nothing in the top of Hera was in logic without the big key for them anyway.
Yep.
Relkin did have the big key, so a little surprised.
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it.
There.
I mean,
That's totally
as
fair.
far as we know, the only thing he's missing is a sword, and you know he might get there was. I mean, we've seen this both extra like they both got the same first sword, but the two that Azure has in addition are different than the one he has. So. Okay, Azure's going to do Desert now, which makes a lot of sense because it's right here. That'll get him a second crystal.
We saw this really early from Relkin on just Fire Rod, which they got out of
Yeah,
logic.
because he sequence broke that Fire Rod real early.
So Relkin doing some flipper checks now. Still doesn't know where the boots are, but I was assumed run into those pretty soon.
Yeah, I gotta believe he's gonna go to the Zora area in the not too distant future. I'm really curious what's that waterfall ferry.
Yeah, that was a skip on Azure's side. Azure not worried about Fire Rod usage, not you know, hitting a quota or whatever.
he's got a tempered sword as a backup, so there's no worries for him.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny how it's completely different fights. You know.
I mean, cross keys.
Like 10 minutes in or something.
Yeah, cross keys is one of those modes where you could ask two different people that played the same seed, and you won't even feel like it's the same seed that they played.
Yeah, that is true. But Asher does get their second crystal, so I believe that ties them up with Relkin. Now, excuse me, Relkin actually has
Relkin has 4.
Yes.
So Azure needs to get over to Village. He needs to do Village Outcast checks is what he needs to do. Looks like he's going to do... you had suggested these earlier, these 2 checks. Was this the other sword where Relkin's going right now? At Spike Cave? I feel like there was something here. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's
the other side of Hookshot.
That nobody went through. Relkin, because they haven't even been there. I don't know why Azure did not do that. And we have our...
he got distracted by other things, I think. Small key to Swamp Palace. That's a biggie. So we might see a Swamp Palace play from Azure right now. Keep him away. Yeah, keep him away from the Village Outcasts for a little bit longer.
Yeah. I mean, it is a crystal that Relkin has not done. Not that Azure knows that at all, but it is a crystal, and that pretty much at this point, an hour and a half in, is supposed to be your priority, is defeating crystal dungeons.
Mm-hmm. What is Relkin doing? Oh, he's... Wait. He hasn't found the Hyrule Castle small key, so he's gonna... I think he's gonna... He's setting up
a safe scum.
Yeah, setting up a safe scum. And he's gonna get this Desert Palace small, and he's gonna safe scum the back. Which is better for him because the item that you want is in the basement, is in Zelda Cell. I don't recall anything showing up back here.
Right, so we'll probably do a hard reset to keep that key in their inventory. yeah, that was a little heads-up play there. They're obviously a little bit ahead of us as the commentators. We were trying to catch up, see what they were doing, but pretty smart there. Once again, the back of Escape Sanctuary is at the Lumberjack, so that's behind Aga 1, and nobody wants to climb Aga 1 just to get 3 checks.
I'm looking at this, and Azure's at a point where if he would just do those Village Outcast checks, he could potentially be in go mode, depending on whether Eastern Mire or Pod are your crystals or pendants. Mire Big Key would be needed if Mire's the crystal.
Yeah, we seem to have on Relkin's side full pendant and crystal knowledge, so we're seeing.
Oh, okay. So
Pod
we do need a Mire
and
Big Key.
Terra. Yeah.
Oh, right.
They might do the
It's a
shovel and then do a reset.
Oh gosh.
No, but they don't have flute, so it's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot there was a shovel back there. The shovel was nothing. But Relkin doesn't know that. Azure is not going to go do left side swamp right away. We'll see if he goes back in for it. It's the kind of corner I know he likes to cut sometimes, so we'll see if he does. Would only hurt him if Mire Big Key ends up being there.
Okay, so was that a continue instead of a save and continue? Yeah, it was. So this is our save point is still right before we went and burned that key in the back of Escape, and so technically when they hard reset, it won't be at this point.
Yeah. As you're also not doing Diver Down because Kane of Samaria doesn't like to do the bomb setup.
And saying, "Oh, a big key. Oh, it's the swamp."
Yeah, I know, right? You can't. Yeah. That's not one. I forgot that there was an item there. It just turns out to be nothing because we just saw that the swamp big key is not very useful.
So they're just gonna keep on their merry way, and
yeah.
just remember, if I don't find anything in the next 5-10 minutes, I can still hard reset. I really doubt that will happen because they're going into an area with a lot of items. But you have to make your gambles and stick to them, and just do the best you can here. Setting up, at least they set up so they had the option for that save scum. Just didn't churn out exactly how they wanted, but they got some progression. They got some.
Yeah,
some
I am a bigger fan of the save scum to Zelda Cell. Just honestly, because there's always a second option for getting to the back if there's required items in both locations.
That is true.
Okay, Azure gets his Swamp Crystal. Let's see if he goes back in for left side. He's checking his map. Looks like he's not going to go back into left side. Really, let's see if he goes to the Village Outcast. Really where he needs to go. He's not going to Village Outcast. Could choose to go south to that area after doing these checks. I don't think he's done these at all. I don't think he's done the pod area at all.
No, I don't think anyone has.
We saw a bunny walking from Relkin, so we haven't seen pod itself. See if the big chest is anything now that we have Ganon's Tower Big Key. It is not.
Yeah, so that was a pretty long investment there. I mean, you got to check it.
Ooh, he's gonna climb.
Yeah, we do know the well is behind Aga 2.
It's 9 items. A little surprised he doesn't. Yeah. He still hasn't followed up on those flippers. Little unfortunate because he won't have the boots for this. But tempered plus silvers makes this pretty decent otherwise. Yeah, we just got scammed out of $100, but we have plenty of money on Azure's side.
Yeah, and making their way back, probably walking back to top of the castle by a pyramid and mirroring or something. Or
yeah, there was one more entrance.
Along the way.
There was one more entrance at the pyramid, or not the pyramid, at the top of the castle, the actual castle tower entrance.
Yeah, and this one and the ferry that's in the Dark World on the screen just south of this. So there's some value over here in this part of the world. Maybe not as valuable as we thought, but you know,
There's not.
one
Yeah, I
entrance
mean, we've
down.
seen a lot of this already, and just this refusal to go to. Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. Like Vulcan may not need boots. We haven't seen anything that required the boots yet, but darn, it sucks to play this game without boots.
Oh, it certainly does.
Whereas Azure just this refusal to go to the Village Outcast area. And maybe he goes there now. Pulls the flute.
Skull Woods, so a little interesting.
Yep.
They ignored the other part of that area.
Well, he hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't seen the Skull Woods area. Let's see. Okay, this is to 3, so this has got to be Village Outcast South, which will get him presumably Skull Woods, presumably Thieves Town, and could catch him up. Depends on what's going on up top of Ganon's Tower. If this is hard required, if this isn't hard required, then Relkin's gonna have wasted a lot of time, and Azure might never do it. If it is hard required, then Azure has to do it at some point. It gives Relkin a decent lead for having done it.
Yeah, there's a lot of these rooms that don't have chests, and then you get 3 or 4 of them in a row that have the chests, and of course, that well is just a plethora of items there.
Yep. There's that's the Eastern Big Key, or is it?
Oh,
Hera. Okay.
Yeah, but we still don't know what that unlocks in that big chest.
Nope.
It is
Relkin just didn't want to do it.
And I mean, the pedestal is not really out of the question. We could have to beat all those pendant dungeons to get the Meyer Big or something like that.
I mean, I think we're a Meyer Big from no mode.
Yeah.
Azure's gonna get his. He's gonna get his another crystal. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. I expect him to go back in and get his lamp.
Yeah, gonna beat the boss because I think they're probably. I mean, they're Cane and Big Keys away from go mode, so
he needs the
definitely
Cane.
Gonna check it.
He's gonna find the well soon. Not the well. Blind's Hut soon. That'll give him Cane and Eastern Big, which he needs. Both of which he needs.
Okay, so we got a pod key in the Boldorm 2 chest. I unfortunately did not see the other 3 chests. I was just looking away. But we're on Aga 2, hoping to get 3 and 3 here. And we start off with 1 hit. It was a pretty tough layout there. This one's a little nicer.
And I fully expect him to go back. Okay. Okay, Polar Bear Bunny, I see you in chat. You can go and get on him. Oh, wait, no, he's going back.
There we go. Yeah, forgetting and then remembering that they forgot.
Yeah, Bunny is Azure's girlfriend and loves the lamp. And she would never let him hear the end of it if he skipped it. Well, technically at this point doesn't really need it, but yeah, I mean, definitely gonna make life easier. There it is. Gets the lamp.
Hey, everybody loves lamp.
Okay, let's see what the well has.
Yeah, I mean, also the booth here,
are you really gonna make us wait to see the well?
They haven't even seen these checks yet, though. I guess it's faster to do these than it is to, like, run back up the pyramid.
Yeah, I guess.
Later,
I mean, useless ice palace small. I would. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. This is the right way to do it. But damn it, I want to. We've seen these. I want to see the well.
Yeah. I mean,
No, he's doing it the right way. It's just we're just anxious.
Okay, there's that big key for Eastern on Azure side. That was in Blind's Hut.
And this will be the Cane.
Yeah, nice Blind's Hut here. They did well. The thieves did well out in the world.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go do this other one. I don't remember what I don't remember what this one was.
This
but...
one was useless, I believe.
Okay. Oh, I mean it's a
And,
chest, but it's
guess
Oh,
I
it's
was
the
wrong.
Hyrule. That's where the Hyrule Castle small key is. So now he can go do the. Now he can stop worrying about the
Yeah,
play
they don't
he
have to worry about
made.
their hard resetting at this point.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where the Hyrule Castle small key was. That Relkin didn't have it, and that's where it was. Azur's about to hit Thieves Town. Okay, moment of truth.
Yeah, will we
Myers
find
small.
the big key to Meyer here? That was a small, okay.
It was a small. Ice small, which is useless. Pod
There's
small.
a lot of
Map.
Oh my gosh.
And a
no.
piece of heart. So a whole lot of nothing. So if Azure can avoid the climb, that's gonna save him a ton of time. But yeah, where is this Meyer big key?
Yeah,
I
we've
wonder
isolated,
about Hera. I do wonder about that Hera skip.
You know, we didn't do left side swamp. We didn't do Hera. We haven't seen you know, some of the chests in Pod yet. The vanilla big key, and of course the boss. So
There's
there's a few places.
Plenty in Turtle Rock. I believe we've seen sorry. There's a lot of Turtle Rock we haven't seen. We don't have a big key for a lot of it though. Relkin gets that ice rod at Magic Patch.
Wow, that seems like so long ago we got that on Azur's side.
I know, right? Because he had the powder so much earlier, and he had the powder when he got to here the first time, and Relkin just never went back. Smithster left. I see someone writing Smith Chain is a gross check left, but I think everything we have at this point is gross.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be that waterfall fairy. That could be an entrance to just
to
all
something.
the items we need. But Azure is making up a lot of time here, getting some crystals, catching up.
Yeah, this is going to put him actually, let's see, this will put him in the crystal lead, I believe, because Swamp Palace has still not been done on Relkin's side, because he hasn't found the Swamp the Swamp Small. So it'll be 5-4. I'm a little surprised Relkin hasn't gone back and finished Eastern. Like, that's a flute away and just do it. Oh, he still doesn't have the flute. He still hasn't found a Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. This is the time, I believe, because they might do the pod vanilla entrance here. I think vanilla, but that.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's done some of these checks as a bunny, but he didn't do all of them. We know Azure's not going to find anything in Thieves Town because we've seen that on Relkin's side. Azure will probably do Eastern Palace a lot quicker because he's got the flute. So for him, getting over to Death Mountain is easy.
And Relkin is mopping up that check that they saw as a bunny.
Yep, couldn't do that. Tried to do a D-boost into it, but didn't quite, lost too much health to be able to do it. No mail upgrades at the time. Actually, I don't think he has a mail upgrade now. I think Azure's the only one with the mail upgrade.
Yeah, kind of interesting. In cross keys, you expect to end up at like 14 or 15 hearts, and red mail, and silvers, and gold sword, but sometimes those items have a way of escaping your grasp.
Yeah, cross keys is kind of funny because the thing I find interesting with cross keys is that at the very beginning, you have weird item sets and weird situations, and sometimes you don't get a sword for like an hour plus, and all sorts of weird things like that. But then usually by the end, it's pretty rare to not have gold plus silvers. You know, usually by the end you have plus red mail plus like all the things. That's a Turtle Rock spot.
Blind get a little bit off script, but
he's got so many hearts, it just doesn't matter.
16 hearts, 17 hearts.
You know, blind script matters when you're low health, when you're not low health, and you've got like a shield, and you've got, you know, blue mail and a bazillion hearts. It just doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
get these
That mirror
items over
shield is
here.
nice too.
Yeah, especially now that we know that lag doesn't change based on whether you have what shield you have. Like a shield is a shield. Lag.
And a heart is a heart. As the hearts, as they pile up, tend to introduce just a little bit of lag.
Yeah, turns out. Yeah, turns out it was. Yeah, because what happened was the hundo. The people that did hundo.
Here's the hype.
Yeah,
Hookshot
there's that.
cave.
All the things that Relkin's been missing, except the big key to Meyer.
A book was the other thing in here. Okay.
And cape.
Which opens up those tablets, which I believe we got ether tablet, but not.
Yeah, we've checked ether.
Yet.
I think we're gonna see that really soon here. Azure's gonna do the rest of these South Dark World checks. But yeah, it turns out that there was the number of hearts that made the lag go up in hundo, and not the mirror shield. Yeah, thanks Dig Game Guy for the single rupee. Yeah, I think we're gonna get Cave 45, and we're gonna get no, okay, no, we're not. We're gonna go maybe to Eastern, and then Relkin's gonna probably show us this cave that we didn't get to see.
I mean,
and he'll finally find his boots.
Finding the following progression that you find is pretty standard idea. It was just a shop.
Just a shop that he missed, that Azure missed earlier. For those of you who missed it, Azure was so excited to get the flippers to go back and get his boots that he skipped that entrance.
Yeah, this has to be close to like an hour that Azure's had boots that Relkin has not.
Yep.
Relkin's going to be able to get them on their first trip here, but Azure was able to find them and find the flippers a lot more quickly.
I mean, Relkin knew where the flippers were for a long time, but because he didn't have the flute, he didn't get to Meyer for a lot longer. He ended up getting there by a connector.
I mean, he still hasn't been there via the flute because they just picked up the flute.
Yep. I don't know what connector he got there from, but he did get there from a connector, and then got the flippers. But he didn't know the boots were here, so no reason for him to rush back.
All right.
And red mail.
Yeah, big key to Eastern, paying off a little bit.
And means I get to look at the pretty purple instead of the ugly yellow, so that makes me happy.
This is a nice sprite that Azure has. I am liking it, and we got the Mario over on Relkin's side. It's still a red Mario because we're on green mail, which makes sense.
Oh, he will for sure get the mail upgrade we just saw in the big chest. I don't remember where the other one was.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
So I think we're going to see Eastern probably from Relkin pretty soon. So it wouldn't surprise me if Azure ends up going into Ganon's Tower at this point. It is the densest area he has left. Unfortunately, we know it's not going to result in a big key for him. So we'll see if he goes back in there or if he goes someplace else. At this point, he has a bit of a lead. It's hard to really call it a lead. It's really down to where is that Mystery Mire big key, and like Relkin just grabbed the Smith. Like if it's on the Smith, then let's see where Azure goes. Oh, he's not going to. Not going to get his tower. Oh, or is no? This was. What was this? Oh, he's going to Turtle Rock. I believe we've seen a lot of these checks from Relkin's side, though.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more items that both, item locations that both runners have sort of skipped or walked by or whatever than there are like new locations that we haven't checked. So it's very could well be in one of those places that we've sort of isolated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a ton of places really left that are sort of new to us, but so it's just that's sort of the joy of cross keys is trying to get to the items that are in the places faster.
Yeah, there's still some parts of Pod we haven't seen. And Rocket is going to go ahead and do Eastern, which makes sense for him. He's got Eastern to do, and he doesn't have the Swamp Small yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that Swamp Small was.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe someone in chat or one of our trackers can remind us. Oh, Sick Kid. Oh, right. Which was Dark Shopping Mall area?
That was the Dark Shopping Mall, yeah.
Oh, at Ice Palace. Okay. So we were kind of close to that area.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was the weird, like, the hook shot other side that nobody took the connector to.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to lead us out on Turtle Rock on Asner's side to the Turtle Rock Dark Bridge. You can only access via connectors, but they are going to check the fire rod side first.
Yep. I don't think we've seen the big chest in Turtle Rock. I'm not sure if we've seen Crystal Roller. We have seen the big chest entrance.
Yeah, we did get Laser Bridge, but we never did not have Samari at that point. So yeah, that could be something could be there.
If either one wants to check the big chest, then you probably do that with Crystal Roller. We don't have the big key anyway, so why am I even talking about the big chest?
And I don't think we found that big chest entrance, or if we did, we just left.
No, we've seen it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we left it. Yeah, I think both of them found it, but yeah, can't get it because no big key.
And Relkin getting there. Crystal from the ice, or the regular Armos, not the ice Armos.
That'll be Crystal number 5.
Yeah, shout outs to our trackers today, Siriu, X, and Maximum Barnage for keeping us on track. Thank you very much for all of your hard work.
Yeah, tracking is hard. We definitely hugely appreciate the trackers. I always call them our MVPs because they really are the most important people. Relkin going into pod, so this could be a thing. It could be a Meyer big key in here. Azure now has a lot of bad checks.
They have 5 pod keys, which is just so many. You can do everything.
I think well, Tracker has him at 6. So, and I think this will be the GT finish from Azure.
Yeah.
So it's going to give Relkin some time back.
Yeah, see if they do tile room. Probably better just to go full right and then do the climb. But you know, tile room's as good a check as any, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunate because we know this is nothing, and it's going to be a long bunch of checks for Azure. He's going to be able to do a little bit faster because he's got the boots, but it's still not going to be really fast. And failed hammer jump. So they'll have to try that again.
Yeah, it's worth doing this here because you save a little bit of time on the routing. You end up in Harmless Hellway. You can just go over to the big key side with the boss. I would assume, based on the fact that we know they're not going to find really anything useful here.
Well, we don't know what's in the big key chest. We also don't know what's in Harmless Hellway. I don't think we saw that. Well, maybe we saw one of those.
We did see Harmless Hellway.
We saw Harmless Hellway, okay.
And he
big key chest checked, and boss.
He did check the vanilla big key chest when they came in here. That was their first check on this trip.
We're down to Helma.
But it was clearly not the Meyer big key.
Yeah, at this point, if it's not the Meyer big key, we don't really care. Azure going to be on Gold Sword, though. See? Gold Sword, Silvers, Red Mail, Purple Mail.
And 18 hearts.
18 hearts.
And doing the rarely seen terrible room in GT.
I hate that room. Not quite as bad with Blue Cane. I still hate that room.
Yeah, with Blue Cane or Cape, it's almost trivial. But if you've never been in it, it's a little bit hairy.
Yeah, Relkin gonna go ahead and do Helma.
Yeah, so this is a pendant, but that will be...
It'll be something new.
It'll be new for us. I guess it'll be Relkin's first pendant because they did not do Hera.
Didn't do Hera. And we can't do Turtle Rock unless we find a Turtle Rock big key.
And as they're getting their revenge on the deep basement of RTT after dying their first trip here.
We'll see if he does the climb. I can't imagine he wouldn't. Yeah, it's unfortunate because we know this is nothing, but it's just hard to say no to doing this when it's 9 items.
I mean, technically, it's not nothing because it had like an Ice Palace key, and there's 2 pot keys in the climb, which, you know, the game expects you to have the 2 Ice Palace keys and like 3 Misery Mire keys.
Yeah, yep.
And I think they burned all their pod keys. They're gonna need.
Yeah, he burned his pod keys, but we don't know if we need them. Mire keys, you only need. I think it's just 1 logically for the boss, although technically you really don't need any. I recently found out that I learned recently that it's 1 logically for.
Oh, interesting.
There's Turtle Rock big key. Oh my god, that's
pendants begetting pendants.
Oh, that's so gross. We know pet isn't anything because Azure checked it.
Oh, I did miss that. So, Head, thank you for
yeah,
catching
pet
that.
is dead.
Oh, that's sad.
Not really. There are worse things than Ped, like having to kill one boss for a big key to then kill another boss for a big key potentially. Okay, we're gonna get Ether Tablet here.
I mean, that Mire key could just be on.
Oh, that's where the mail upgrade was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Mire Big could be, you know, on Trinex or in the big chest of Turtle Rock or something, so that could be a required Helma defeat there.
Mm-hmm.
And Aster going through the most satisfying room in the game, just
cleaning
up those robes.
I mean, the good news for Azure is he does get to do this a lot faster with not just the boots, but also he's got that gold sword, which just makes mincemeat out of all these enemies. I want to say Relkin was still on Master Sword when he went up through this.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Definitely wasn't Fighter. And they're only on Tempered now, which I think they got after.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Getting the second chest here and going to mirror out of Castle Tower on Relkin's side. That's the right play there.
Yeah, we knew.
Behind Aga 1.
Yeah, he's got the small key, so he doesn't have to worry about the. Doesn't have to worry about the back at Castle Tower. It's going to be back in Turtle Rock, and may just kill Trinex at this point. Honestly, I would do. Oh, I would like to see Crystal Roller. Maybe do that first, but he could do that from the big key, the big chest entry.
Yeah, I'm not sure really which one's faster. Obviously, if you just find the item, you don't need to go to the other place. But
yep. Yeah, I mean, which one's faster is if when one of them has the item, the other doesn't. If neither has the item, then I'm not sure it matters. This will spit him out at the bridge entrance. As you're meanwhile almost done with the GT climb.
And like putting those boots to good use in my favorite room to use the boots.
Oh yeah. That room is so bad without boots. And it's a small key. Oh, it's a small key. That's so gross. Of course, we also have a ring pendant to turn in.
Oh, that is true. We did find Saha pretty early, and he gave us the bad news at about 5 minutes into the siege, so we'll see if he was a prophet.
All right, and Azure's gonna get the bad news that there's nothing in the well. Like at this point, if I'm Azure, I'm thinking this has got to be the answer. Like, there's so,
Yeah.
and it looks like Relkin's gonna head over towards Hera. Nope, he's back in. He didn't finish Skullwoods. Oh no, it's the bad layout, so he has to do
Yeah,
it
it's
this way.
the
Never
faster
mind.
way, I think, to get through, or the only way.
Yeah, it's the bad Skullwoods layout because we always get the bad Skullwoods layout.
Oh, and grabbed the rupee when it was in the air, but still didn't mess up his altitude value at all. I thought
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
a
that's
good
more of a
memo, but
bomb. I think that's more
okay.
of an issue with the bomb setup than it is with the spin speed setup. Big chest is nothing.
Okay, and this is also a new check.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Okay, well, we know there's nothing. I mean, Relkin will get a gold sword out of this.
Yeah, and he's got to win the pendant race too.
Yeah,
Whatever that's worth.
I know, right? Okay, so if Azure never gets back to Hera, he'll be fine. If it'd been in that big chest, then would be one thing. But if it'd been in the small chest, then it's like, oh, that just would have been terrible for Azure. Back on Death Mountain. Let's see where he goes.
Ralkin did skip the first time the vanilla big key chest in the basement of Hera. Let's see if
Yeah, I think he
Ralkin
did.
goes
I
back to
mean,
now.
well, he's go
Or-
-2, but I think he goes back in and does it now because again, this is such a bad spot to get back to. Azure's gonna finish pod, get his big key to Turtle Rock. Oh, it's a rupee pile, yeah.
I guess they did need 2 keys, or sorry, 1 key to have 2 total in order to get both the items here that they're missing off of this vanilla big key chest and Helma in the back. So the
You just got
genie
Helma
climb
now.
was not completely useless. Just
I mean,
know
if it turns out that the if it's behind the Turtle Rock big key, and that'll be pretty big. I'd kind of like to see Azure go in from the big key chest because then you get 2 extra checks before you have to go and kill Trinex.
Yeah, that's a really nice piece of routing. It wouldn't be too much trouble, especially if you're going to check all 3 items to just go into the one that has the 2 chests along the way. It's probably a time save to just go from Crystal Roller Room to the back if you have all the keys than it would be to go to 2 different entrances in the overworld. So we'll be looking for that because Relkin still has not checked those 2 chests, I believe.
Nope. And Relkin still needs to get his check that green pendant. But I have a feeling that it may very well be behind this Turtle Rock big key, either on the green pendant or in the big chest. Crystal Roller Room would not be behind the big key because you can get it from the back from Laser Bridge.
Yeah, and this is Saha, right?
I think so.
It is a mushroom.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Have we found the potion shop?
I don't think we have. But I think you turned it in.
Of course you. Well, yeah. I mean, there's no
it.
reason not to because like you already have powder. You checked it forever ago. Well, in Azure's case, forever ago. In Relkin's case, not quite forever ago, but not. It's been a while even for him, even though he got to it a lot later.
Kingstew might be a new entrance for us. Otherwise, it's like
I don't think so. I think Azure checked this.
Oh, okay.
Because Azure checked this with the boots a while back.
I'm just trying to think of some entrances we haven't seen. I don't really think we already get like the dark bonk rocks over here by Dark Link's house. I know we got it in the light world. I don't know if we got it in the dark world. Bombo's tablet is also over here, which we've talked about. It's a location. Sorry, not really a location. But Relkin's still looking for that small key to swamp before they even go into swamp.
Yeah.
We of course left some stuff behind left side swamp.
Yep,
On
Azure
Azure's
didn't do
side.
the left side.
Oh, and that's just a blue boomerang. I mean, Azure must have done the big chest in swamp, but I don't know if they even did like compass
There's
road.
the big chest, and it's just bombs.
Okay.
But we're gonna get crystal roller.
Following that progression right away.
Yep.
That was a pretty convenient location to go grab with flute and everything. So
Yeah. It looks like Relkin's finally gonna get his swamp small.
And crystal roller is not the answer.
Oof.
Always nice to have a bottle when you find sick kid.
Yep.
Not nice to find an item location at 2 hours and 9 minutes, but it is progression, and Relkin is happy to see that. I think they know where swamp is. They're going to go right there.
Yeah, he's been to swamp. He's gonna go do it right now, and he's not. I don't think he's gonna skip left side. So if it is left side, then that's gonna be really bad for Azure.
Yeah, I feel like
He could have been. Yeah, because he could have been in go mode a long time ago. If it turns out the answer is left side.
I mean, eventually, Azure will have to go there.
If it's the answer, yeah.
If it's the answer, but I think when you make a skip like that, especially in cross keys, you just say it's not there.
Nah, I think that'll be. I think
I don't go back.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that's going to be his last location, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if that's the answer, I think he just loses. There's also, I don't think we've seen Bombo's tablet, so that's a location. We haven't seen purple chest. Relkin turned into the smith, but did not do the purple chest. It's that Skullwood small key and that green pendant.
All right, so
yeah, I feel like Chad asking if I know this. He got the smith the second time, I want to say. Okay, so where is Azure gonna go? Now, Relkin probably doesn't do... Oh, I was gonna say, I thought maybe okay, he's gonna do this compass check first.
Yeah, I think he checked
at go -1,
I
think you go to the back first, and you go back in.
Yeah, when you're looking for one item, I think it's faster to just get those out of the way.
I mean, you hope it's in the back, and then you don't ever have to go left side. We know it's not. I expect Relkin to go back in, though. Okay, Azure turns in his mushroom. I think he's realized that he didn't check the waterfall fairy, so he's kind of in the area. He's gonna do it now.
And dashing through those pickles with that gold sword. That's always fun.
That gold sword has some definite perks to it.
I really like that screen because it's kind of dangerous in the light world, but it's super easy in the dark world, which is one of the rare places for that to be the case.
Okay, it's gonna be Bombo's check.
Yeah, I thought we might get this on Relkin's side when they did those bonk rocks over by Link's house, but they ended up going to.
I thought Azure would do this earlier because he was kind of in this area after he did Thieves Town, but decided not to. Actually, hasn't even checked this entrance. It looks like.
Oh.
But it's nothing. Just why I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, never play that game, by the way. It's always a ripoff. I mean, you could get lucky, but you're not going to. Okay, so it's not checking Bombo's tablet here. Gonna go to K45.
K45 first? I would have done Bombo's first because we're looking more for an item than an entrance, but I mean... I assume Relkin's done this one. I know Relkin has not done Bombo's. Bumper Cave, oof.
Oh, I don't even know if we've
We haven't.
seen
No,
the
we
other
have
side
not
of
seen
that.
the other side of that.
That might lead to like GT or something, like something really dumb like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of unfortunate that they're not going to take that because they have a couple more item checks to do. I haven't even checked Stumpy yet.
Stumpy is not useful. Oh, Relkin did not do left side swamp. He's going to the front of escape.
Okay.
I am more surprised that Relkin skipped it than I am that Azure skipped it because Relkin and
Same.
running out of places a lot more so than Azure is. Or I
mean,
should say, not as Azure is, as Azure was when he did. We're not going to see Bombos. Azure, I want to see Bombos.
so
Ah,
yeah,
sigh.
it's kind of interesting. I don't know if these runners know each other, if they talk to each other or whatever, but like, if you scout your opponent and
Oh
oh,
no, they're not.
they always skip left side swamp and I'm not going to do it because
No,
they skipped it.
I'm sorry. I am one of the big. Yeah, Azure doesn't know that what this is. We know this was a connector that Relkin saw a long time ago. So this is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Now Relkin's got to follow that
Relkin's
up
gonna
and go to
follow that desert key. Yep,
Yeah.
he's gonna follow that. Azure's gonna follow this.
Okay, taking the bomb to... Oh, we got to go in the dark world, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, it was... I don't think... Was it Paradox or it was one... Oh, it was the dark descent cave.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, to my point, Azure did Swamp Palace a lot earlier. Had a lot more checks on the table. So it made a lot more sense for him to cut that corner because he is so far behind in crystals at the time, and he didn't. I mean, he didn't know it, but he could certainly should be able to have sensed it. But then by the time Relkin got there, like what checks did he have left? Like nothing good. Not that left side swamp is good.
Right.
So in skipping it that late when you have so few checks left, I'm surprised, and we might see him both last location it. If that's the answer, we're going to see them both. We might see both of them last location it and get to it at about the same time because we're pretty even on checks at this point.
Yeah, they both... You can see it on the tracker. They've both done the same exact number of dungeons. They have 6 crystals. They have 3 pendants. Unnecessary pendants, I might add.
Yeah.
And Aster's going to go back here and come out in Kakariko somewhere.
Yep, we see this was a Relkin had the lamp a lot earlier, was able to check that. Yeah, so Relkin's doing these last Turtle Rock checks now. I think Azure's going to go over to finish Hera.
Yeah, that seems to be that. I think it's just those 2 checks. They already did the basement. They already beat the boss. It's the
It's
two.
the big chest and the chest. For whatever reason, he didn't check that other one, and then he tried to Herapod a second time and failed a couple of times and just said screw it. And both are probably going to be thinking, oh, there's no way my opponent skipped left side, so if it's there, I just lose.
Yeah, at this point, especially on Relkin's side, if you've chosen to skip it at like 210 plus, you just say, my opponent must have skipped it and it must be nothing. Or must have did it. It's nothing,
yeah, exactly.
As you're remembering about the bad layout. But we've full cleared every dungeon that we can. I think Aster did not do the 2 on the left side of Misery Mire because they did not have a fire source at that point.
He did not have a fire source. Yep. We're down to purple chest, which looks like Relkin's going to do it right now. We're down to left side swamp. Bombos tablet.
All right, so hold on to your seats. This is a new check for Relkin. It could put Relkin into go mode. Oh, and they're going to combine this with the Bombos tablet. So it's 2 new checks.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and use their audio. We could get a go mode over here if this is a Misery Mire Big Key. It is not. Aster disappointed with what they found in Hera and going
Yeah.
to boot away.
Small
It's a
key.
small key, just not big enough. Oh, there's that fourth Ganon's
Ganon's
Tower key.
Tower. Oof.
I believe we have found every key in the game except the one we're looking for.
The Meyer big key. Not sure where Azure's going right now.
This might be the connector.
Oh, he's going
Meyer.
into. Oh, he's going to do the left side of Meyer. Oh my God, Relkin's going to do the big chest.
Yeah, we did get a full clear of that on Azure's side. I mean, I think Swamp Palace is like the only place. Do you think it's going to be left or right? West chest or vanilla big key?
I know, right? I think that's all we have. It's a shame that neither one did it the first time through. If that is the answer. I keep seeing the potion shop for the mushroom, but tell me where the potion shop is. What other entrance we have?
Yeah.
Other than Ganon's Tower entrance.
Yeah. So we must have seen the bumper cave other sides because we saw that from Cave 45, and Relkin did not go through it. And then between not
Azure didn't go
knowing
through
where
it either.
Potion
Yeah.
shop is, which Potion shop must be at GT, which is behind obviously 7 crystals.
Have we seen? Trying to think. Obviously the other side must have been somewhere. I don't recall seeing it.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing Bumper Cave, but we saw the bottom of that at Cave 45. And Relkin just either had better things to do or had already seen it. But I honestly don't remember seeing the top of it on either runner's stream. So
no, I don't either.
Don't know where that could go. We must not have seen the potion shop, or both runners forgot where it is, or didn't care where it was after turning.
I've not seen the potion shop. Oh, Relkin's going back into Swamp right now, and this is going to be the answer almost certainly.
Okay, yeah. At least it'll confirm for us if
yeah, I know, right?
It's over here. I mean, it could be somewhere else if we're just not thinking of it.
I'll see where Azure goes. You might be doing the Smith chain now.
So we've already burned the small key. We gotta come over here and do this the vanilla way.
Yep, this is Smith's from Azure, which we know is not the answer. I think we're down to this. I think the potion shop ends up being in GT entrance, and so that mushroom is completely useless.
I mean, both these runners are going to be in the plus 200s for their collection rate because they've gone pretty much everywhere. They did all of Ganon's Tower. So, shout outs to them for pretty much full clearing the game in what's going to be 220 to 230 here. Turning in the Smith there. Oh, it was super easy to get to right by Link's house. But it makes the rest of the Smith chain a little bit inconvenient because you got to go back to Village of Outcasts. All right, moment of truth. Is it here? It is 300 rupees. Do we have Misery Mire Big Key on the left side of Swamp Palace? That is a big key.
And there it is.
The Misery Mire.
That's Azure. I don't know how he's going to feel when he realizes that that's the answer, because he was in Swamp Palace so much earlier and didn't do left side. And if you think of all the stuff he could have skipped, because he doesn't have to do GT, he doesn't have to do, go back into Turtle Rock and go back into Pod and going back. I was just sit right there in left side. I'm generally a fan of skipping left side swamp in non-key sandy modes, especially with the possibility of being like map compass or something dumb like that.
Yeah,
But
when there's
it's so much harder in key sandy because those are items.
that is true. Yeah, in those regularly
Although,
shuffle modes, there's like 6 items in swamp, but here there's 10 or something.
yeah,
So
yep. I will still say though, I defend his decision to do it a lot. Like by the time Relkin got there was just so little left for him. It just made even less sense for Relkin to skip it when he got there. Yeah, I mean, go mode in cross keys goes very very fast. Usually you just finish a dungeon and then go kill at Ganon.
yeah, go mode usually ends the seed pretty quick, as we don't have to climb GT right after getting our 7th crystal.
I mean, there are exceptions where you have vanilla Ganon and maybe you didn't do the climb early, but yeah, typically, and then Azure's heading over to go back to left side swamp. I don't think he ever did purple chest, but yeah, so basically not quite a hard last location, but close to.
I think purple chest was combined with that bombos.
That's what
tablet
Relkin
check.
did. I didn't think Azure
Oh, right.
picked it up. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Relkin did the grab the purple chest and combine it.
And a super quick viddy with silver arrows.
Silver arrows. It's gonna be quick.
So they are making their way to GT, which is one of the first locations. I'm sorry, to Ganon, which is one of the first locations that we found in this seed. It's right over by that witch's hut.
Yeah, I mean, Relkin found it immediately because he did the one of the common strats of fake flippering over to this area so that you can check this entrance and do a Houlihan.
All right, gonna need 6 slashes with that gold sword in phases 1 and 2. I'm gonna go with the dash strats here. I like this. And getting through phase 3 pretty quickly here. Just gotta slash Ganon as Ganon makes those tiles disappear off the floor.
And doesn't get torch glitch, but who cares when we have gold sword and silvers?
Yeah, actually makes it a little bit easier here to get a double to finish off Ganon.
Yep, does get it. I think he actually got a triple to finish him off. Either way, a very nice Ganon fight.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Relkin crossing the bridge, getting a 1-0 lead for the Titans Mitts over Shaktool's Digging Game in this best of 5 series.
With an official race time of 2:27.12. GG's to Relkin. Now, it looks like we have Relkin joining us. GG's, Relkin.
Ooh-wee. GG's. Good night.
Okay. Left side swamp. You were there a lot later. You both skipped it. You were there so much later than Azure. You had so much less left to cover. What was the thought process behind skipping it?
I was gonna eventually head up to the Turok Big Chest, and since I was kind of banking on that mushroom, like the potion shop being an ice palace. But then I found Sick Kid who gave me the small. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just go do a clear swamp that skips left side, and then go to Turok Big Chests. And of course, I didn't find the Mire Big. The game had other ideas.
Yeah, it's you know, I mean, you may already know this. I'm one of the biggest haters of Left Side Swamp, and I'll skip it all the time, although less so in Key Sandy modes. But, I mean, you're go -1, so I guess there's part of it's that at that point.
Right. Yeah, it was a hard last location, but, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Cross Keys takes your Ice Rod hunts and turns them into, you know, because we're so used to the Ice Rod hunt in a normal seed, but, you know, Cross Keys just says, okay, what's your Ice Rod today? Today your Ice Rod was the Myra Big Keys. So.
Sure enough, yeah. And then, fun fact for anyone that may not have known this, but this meant that the potion shop could have only been in GT.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Left.
Yeah,
we
figured that out.
were pretty sure that there wasn't anything left. So I mean, let's see, there's nothing left to find. Like I think we found all the keys.
Yeah,
the blue boomerang. You guys found the blue boomerang. That's the other thing not marked. You have 4 bottles, so it isn't a bottle. So there's like nothing left that could be here.
It's a single arrow or something like that, probably.
Yeah, could be. So that puts your team up 1-0, with games to follow tomorrow and Wednesday. Probably feels good. I mean, I know this is a 1 versus 8 matchup, but I feel like this is not the 8th seed you would have wanted to necessarily face.
Nah, it's anything goes when it comes to playoffs. Just, you know, anyone is formidable enough to take the win over anyone.
Sure.
So yeah, I didn't come in expecting anything. Honestly, I just tried to play my best and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, Asher into his Ganon fight should be a quick one. As often happens in Cross Keys, you end the seed with red mail, gold swords, silvers.
And 19 hearts.
19 hearts.
Oh man, I think I only had 18.
Oh, you missed a heart somewhere. You must go back and get it.
Didn't get the one in Checkerboard Cave or something, I'm sure. But yeah, Asher gonna make quick work of Ganon here. And yeah, a 203 collection rate. That's a rarely seen sight, to be honest.
I mean, I feel like Cross Keys can kind of run the gamut of those kind of numbers. It can be really, really high or relatively low. But yeah, when you have the big key hunt.
And setting up for a triple here, and definitely got it there by Asher. GG's to Asher for defeating Ganon. Gonna come in about 2:31.5 here.
Yeah, official race time of 2:31.42. It's a little bit behind. Again, pretty much, the last location of 2.5 hours. Just wasted 2.5 hours of your life. Thank you, game.
Thank you, game.
But yeah, to let everybody know when these teams are playing next, we have tomorrow will be Hitaka versus Sailor Nep. That'll be at 8:10, and on Wednesday will be Dante versus Aussie, and that's going to be swordless because they're the power pendants. That'll be Wednesday at 5:40. So. Yeah, getting those first 3 games in pretty quickly, and then, we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, those are going to be some very exciting matches to watch, so be sure to check out the schedule and, join the Discord, hit subscribe on Twitch here. You can get all the rando action for these Link to the Past Randomizer League playoffs. It's very exciting.
Yep. Also, hit those follow buttons. Here we go. I don't think Oh no, Sirix just put it in chat. Yeah, make sure you follow these runners. Get to see them doing a lot of different stuff and get to watch them practice these modes and stuff. And yeah. Yeah. Relkin, anything else you want to add before we go ahead and close things out?
What a way to start our playoffs. That was very long and very last location-y.
Yeah. I mean, I think Azure skipped Purple Chess. I think that's it. I think between the two of you. So.
Okay.
So there wasn't much left to check. So.
Well, yeah, he wins in that regard and not hard last locating go mode. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah. And I mean, to do that many checks in 230 or 227 is my hat's off to both of you for that. Well done. Good show.
Yeah, congratulations getting that 1-0 lead. You know it's going to be a tough rest of the way, but yeah, it's a good start for you guys.
And yeah, and thank you for the commentary, you two, and thanks for the tracking. Thanks for the restreams, SpeedGaming as always. And yeah, we'll look forward to tomorrow, Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Relkin. All right, that is it for tonight's races. Pretty certain the other race that was going on at the same time was long over. We do have 4 races going on tomorrow. So the first one being at 4:10. That'll be WJPDTB versus the Noble Foxes, listed also as swordless. That will be Willard J. Bradley versus Nobly the Foreign. At 7:10, we have Swirly Coin Brewing versus Did You Check Your Boot? That'll be Homemade Beer versus Rampant Revenant. And then 2 races at 8:10, the aforementioned Shaktool's Digging Games versus the Titansmiths. That'll be Hitaka versus Sailor Nep. That'll be Casual Boots. And then also at 8:10, we have Tile Roomies versus Pug Trio. That'll be Artie Walsh versus Solski. I believe, yeah, looks like that's also going to be Cross Keys. So a whole lot of stuff going on tomorrow that you'll all want to check. So hopefully you'll tune in. And I'll shout out one more match because it's early in the morning. 7:10 a.m. on Wednesday, we have Team Jaime versus Error 216. That'll be Dragon Strike versus Error. Those Europeans always wanting to start at weird times for us. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. I'd like to thank our runners, Relkin and Azure, putting on a good show. Definitely showing a lot of skill and a lot of locations because we saw everything. I'd like to thank my co-com, Dapper Wormman. First time we've commed together. It was a good time. So thank you for joining me. And of course, as always, the MVPs are trackers. We had SiriUX and Maximum Barnage on the tracking. The MVPs, couldn't do it without them. Huge thanks to them, especially Cross Keys being a very difficult mode. So it's good we were able to get 2 of them. So definitely a big thanks to them. Dapper Warman, do you want to close us out?
I think you about said it all. It was great to commentate with you. It was great to watch this race, and we wish both teams the best of luck moving forward in the playoffs this week and possibly the next. Thank you very much for tuning in.